Well, we say for mama good evening. Ni akwa baba jasu jumedie. So we're live on 101.7 FM. So and I also we're live on your partner radio stations at Daroma Munyina Peki across the world. Said about will be able to dear course. You're live on High Live Radio, Virginia. You're live Kings Jersey Radio. So Peki live New Jersey. And you're live so Naspa Radio UK. You're live and Migacho FM Peki Kukren to me. Adamfopa Media Peki all the way in Paris. And I feel Belgium. But Almighty, 101.7 FM, so near power free Ayedeco across the world, baby. Good evening. Akaba enko mouse a wutie or Ghana, wutie or anywhere in Europe. But good afternoon, soon come out. So will you US and Canada because the say and NPP for executives in be joining here from Canada. And Yamo Akaba and now MPP for Akachi. So we are not going to go to NDC. You better NDC at that thing. But more importantly, you better follow up next week about a helicopter crash Nipa 8 no mu you know. Ghana Armed Forces must make sure some keep here updated. Keep here. Yeah, they like joke. Try akosi microphone naba. Aso be a refi. Ebusiafo na edi yawo. But we must police it. Not the issue about aircraft air to our president. We must settle that issue. Not just aircraft for the president, but aircraft for see a retooling a military. Yeah, the military did diagro. What other countries said almost so military mu pa na Ghana for na. Yeah, but I blame Ghana for no mu. Yeah, the last time I posted about military, people say, oh, na Ghana military or mother. What into full so mother. The safety and peace we have, no, we must thank our military and police service. Yeah, the enimity full say military nada. But that's just by the way, call MPP 4-year primaries, my God. Now no made it to Facebook say MPP, you did do yourself. Hey, party ben cry na se book longo. Sa so dion. Me odwene ho a wonte ase. Odwene ho a wonte ase. Me the issue about and honorable Bryan Acheampong, Dr. Bryan Acheampong, Pennyphone Bibeba. He's the candidate from Eastern Region. Also, Eastern Region go, Eastern Region wants to come because I don't know for Eastern Region. Now, honorable Bryan Acheampong and also free Eastern Region. Eastern Region is one of the diverse regions of Ghana, Krobo for her, I can for her. A friend saying I'm now 4 settlers for her. Yeah, just say it's one Manya Crombo, Nigo Crom. It is very diverse. Go for the and there Obia Eastern region, and so it's one of the most diverse regions. Mobile race is very interesting. But the Akoma idea will crash interesting on another level. I had Dr. Bryan Acheampong who had just joined the chat. He had just entered the chat. And he represents the young people. No, I always say, before almost 2028 primaries, 2028 primaries, you. I said that Dr. Bawumia is the underdog. Dr. Bawumia is the underdog because having gone one term, as I say, other people are bomuno, pressuring in our so go vote no be a BGB. Canada, Japan, they are that. But I see, Canada, Japan, no. Yes, synonymous with the youth, no. On only voting be na Bryan Acheampong chasing. Because Bryan Acheampong na ocean campaigner. Oko campaign or pigeon, or pigeon. It shows you that from day one they target a youth, no. And rightfully so, you can't blame him because youth, even delegate system, no, it's still a reflection of the total population of Ghana, which is that do no yet Ghana for no youth. And to call delegates, no musu do of the delegates as we youth. It's a honor Dr. Bryan Acheampong and a target, no. It's in annual summer, Dr. Bryan Acheampong, Kokana Kusasi for near dear, really, me the Obusamia. Me Obusamia. I really don't see a dear BS from what Dr. Bryan Acheampong. He said what more MPP you have said, including Nyankasa in 2019, I think. 2019, FM. That was before MPP 4 years or more primaries for 2020. And I'm going to say, look. The way I am branding my party, ni say I can for party no. Namo so mo party no so the foundation of the party ni buzia dankwa domo. Buzia for nyomo de domo for dankwa for nyomo de. I was some de domo. And I said it's a munim. Sorry, nobody abano komo obivu fra NPP NDC for be campaign message back up. They will say that mum pet notness asem. Dear Bryan Acheampong, I don't know which language he used that he should have used in another way. He said the same thing, which is the MPP argument. And I've attended too many party MPP, NDC conferences and congresses to know what it means. Moan amokansa. Inti di empa no kan ya na yesonko. However, before said Dr. Bryan Acheampong in the team, this is what they wanted to achieve this week. Because all this one campaign now for NPP primaries has been dominated by Bawumia, Kennedy, Japan. So only the team normal strategy now was that my national level. So they've achieved their purpose. Baby, I mean Bryan Acheampong what different opinion. Now no asem okoka efa me na me boa party no. Na Eastern region crime na me TSS can. And no, I think Dr. Bryan Acheampong fell into a trap. And Bryan Acheampong should from now, as you see, because Bryan Acheampong, no, you are the future of NPP. We are young, so you have years ahead of you. You have no reason to even just struggle. I understand that tongue and because when you're 2028 to cry 2032, not just say you po one it's a better 2032, maybe at the other answer back. I understand that, but you must also make sure so strategy now you to be solid. And yes, sir, all the party to us, which it appears for me, respectfully, what I think is what they want to trap Mukakra. Because at the end, okay, number one, I'm a national person. It is I agree with you. One can be a bonibia. What you say? When you have succeeded in bringing yourself into the national level where now you are in the same category with Dr. Bawumia, you are in the same category with Kennedy, Japan, and you are firing all cylinders. But I think that you could have made your points. I mean, I'm a boa party no Eastern region. I mean, I'm a supporting party no Eastern region. Delegates, when I'm a but for you to say Dr. Bawumia and Fakapra man, they're dead, you are dead wrong. You are dead wrong. But you are dead wrong. Because you see, what you have done is that we don't want to trap NPP for because any ordinary Ghanaian, any ordinary voter, because and yeah, so I know Sankwako boarding say delegate to be 1,000 something. You know, three things. Number one, what you have done is that we are starting war between party delegates, any polling station executives, any NPP party for in general, because Obi or NPP need beer or tea baby delegates, sir. Say more $1,301 dollars. $900 Kragana for those any will be. Sir, and a muddy and a matnaso and a Bryan Acheampong. Number two, it's your best starting talk between polling station for no and the delegates now mukoto about the other people no. A best starting talk. A best starting talk between floor NPP members and the delegates and where there a DJ. Say amuko jiskedi and a matnaso. Apart from that, for the general population, what sounds my perception, when you see our corruption perception index, and the perception is that politicians more across for. And you say, oh, we are brand here, Bryan Acheampong, the 50 BB. We are school now, they call military buyer kakra, brand no bedu saying. Nani put to make calculate Eastern region, do not send delegates, do not send every constituency. Multiplied by region, total delegates, not just a sika or the buy any. And Obi answered him say before a politician be my delegates, can I just say a surplus? Nisika or one surplus, no. It is a $1,000 something dollars. And each delegate, and just a bra. Sika de bi wo ho na ho surplus ma de ma delegates. Unya no he. Then you should start the questions. Unya says can we na Bryan Acheampong de ma delegates no. Adwuma ben na wo ye. Because as far as the ordinary Ghanaian voter is concerned, where Juma will be enemy a rock city. Nim say IT company be into IT. In any case, IT company, we can value the IT company simple. Nisika saying, it's Dr. Bryan Acheampong, men found home kotwasemu. One starting very solid as a young man, you have promised, you have a future. Why ye Juma? Then koto trap mo. It's the team you have succeeded to getting your name into the national politics level, national political landscape, national political atmosphere. So you have succeeded, but strategy now we use any wrong. Strategy now we use any wrong. It's Mr. Minim say team no. I'm sure they talk to you, but me I mean so etika for ewo suban bi obi wo sika kakra the level at which obi kasa obetie ne ye ketwa. Enti Mr. Dr. Bryan Acheampong this time team no. They also to make an extra effort to listen. So, one statement pen destroy Napo. Na poko kana oh na NDC infa dum so yimbra nyina obi ahya dan ka hwe. But one statement mo kwa Nkrumah no, that thing destroyed him. And he's still working on rebuilding his image. Into who has Bryan Acheampong who future men straight na one for one no kasan ko set trap amao, which is what you have done. If we, and you see the good thing is early days. Into all the way me I am describing it as an error. I think it's a mistake. So can't say no. And who bet me aka na me na me hwe Eastern region me boa mo me na me sponsor party no Eastern region. Yo twaso. Ba go kana obi aje saying and Dr. Bawumia wanfa kapra you can campaign on your strength. Who you a young man, who you vibrant, who you good, who you meduma, who you committed, who you passionate for Ghana. Talk about that. But Dr. Bawumia wanfa kapra mano is how is that going to enhance your candidature? How is that going to enhance your candidature, Bryan Acheampong? Minim say with team ne catch say don't say that. Now okay. Come here, I know you. I know the team said it, and I went here. So I think I'm one of the very few people who can call your bluff and tell you, Masa, what here? Don't repeat that mistakes. But the good thing is, what can into any mistake behind your team can work on it. Fortunately for you, you have former MPs, so our team. You have Carlos Ahen Kranum. You have Eastern Region MPs, Kuku Dame. When you support you are not lacking advice. Dr. Bryan Acheampong, you are not lacking advice. It you koye any blunder na koso candidature any wala no be anybody do wala look, this is the time 8 months in of NDC are buying. NDC is still working, but more chance to do your campaign, say mo be any need so that you can have the same way our can't hear about me any idea into back. Na say oh we near go friend Bawumia so mbebo ambe campaign. I mean sometimes we shouldn't be the ones advising you, but me in terms of political knowledge, I understand the political space. I've been in this space for a long time. And to me say a mistake, you must see that okay, mami tie the efia kano. Perhaps there's wisdom in it. Say I want the men call a what true. I think you can still make your point. But the issue that you made about okay, you see I'm for Bawumia mra, na Bawumia bet me my northern region vote. Bawumia am for vote. I think it's a solid observation. It's a solid. Yeah, what had him saying I'm a cover Dr. Donfe. And everybody said religion may play key role. They said that northern region, Bawumia hono, obetimia flipping regions in the and Bawumia couldn't do it. The results, whatever happens shows that Bawumia and to me and flipping votes now no be any say Bawumia the beba from the northern regions. No, when to me and finding but I know the oka 1 year bonnet. You are not being tribalistic. You are just saying it as the record and the statistics say. It's a fair comment. Even if Dr. Bawumia so no one cry, it's a fair comment. But so Becca said I'm coming and me supporting Eastern region about me and Fakaprema. Oh, I'm fan cap one eye. You're careful though. You're careful. One fan cap one eye then. You're very careful. Because you are representing the youth. In Tienina, we have a stake in your candidature. We have a stake in your candidature. Oh, succeed, Ghana be succeed because you are representing the young people. Oh, age below age, you are representing all of us. It is a to win town said the oyen and ya Nakawani and Cotiano. We are betting Obia, baby, I bet Obia. Dr. Bryan, I completely disagree with you on that score. I think next time now, we are more careful. You have to be more careful about that. Now, who say, near maybe it won't enhance your candidature. If you say, wow, candidature, just remove it. Not the about wow candidature, say, okay, say, now we are that's all. Then you do that one. You do that one. Because I think, say, who back into the race, no, I'm not racing my shit. I'm not saying exciting. Because him say kakra when say Nagana for the delegates voted, the many Chinese kakra. But more importantly, because we are a young person, who can campaign, sometimes to be switching, I can't cry. Go a crack boy, say present boy, I think present boy. Who to make no I can pigeon, no I can cry. I mean, that is the kind of exuberance, excitement that people want to see in the candidate. And this is how Bawumia Kasaba racing beginning. This is the kind of energy that Bawumia brought. Those days, election petition, you and I were not there. Quadruplate in one brofa or coca election petition. It's a new name to the youth. And the youth, you know, as much as Omunya they like when they see people who represent their interests. It's as a young man, Bryan Acheampong, you're solid. It's less mistake going forward. No, Pacho, this is me, my advice to you. Your less mistakes, be more strategic. With team, you're solid. You have one of the fantastic teams. It's listen to your team. Because I asked Nate at him, yeah. Pion Senam Hajide Kana, MP and Kofobi Pesomade, first Snake hotels, assembly dam. One gata unim says Snake at him if you MPP. MPP for an Chuku Uma Kuja Blackwa, and NDC. MPP for who knew of your presidential ambition? One Chuku, and the Mao Kuja Blackwa. India, what the one cross and bottom. Why? Just focus on your campaign. Do a Jumana said, yes, sir. Namuye Muhufia. Around this time, are you not even learning from the past? In 2007, there were 18 people contesting NPP presidential race. General Mosquito Bekan say, this should be a lesson to us going forward. More NPP for more policy, more campaign. Canada Japan, okay, be no Obia catches a matter. Slow down. Canada Japan crowd also who is smoothness level. On no crowd, slow down. Into one hour, young man, no, don't come and for this week, the wire there, your team to me, Maudi, says, what about the Canada Japan, shine on or one, what about the but be very strategic, meticulous, be intentional about going for it. Man, Massey can't coach him, guy, say, na guy. Ghana for so here, you pay your dum, no, your proco to them. Some of us will say it as it is, yeah, major, will say it as it is. Say about who are cheap. Now the old chest and who names but you can correct it before you go for it. Into Mr. We catch us a interest who represent to all the young people who are below your age now, from age to below your age now. It's if you succeed, at least from NDC or from it's even a hope for NDC. Because look at the young people, Mani Bawumia were free with, or Mani Bawumia few raging. He was one of the people who was set to take over from Mahama. And now Mahama saw Uncle 2028. Or Mani Bawumia chance nekono. Or one day neko. And so Kamumi and Eastern region, Bryan Acheampong, or Mani Bawumia, you are the young people. In Pacho, less mistakes, more action. Less mistakes, more action. Dr. Bawumia, they said them coming to another underdog this Congress year round. It was a pressure gunichim, Canada Japan boarding film, na Bryan Acheampong to boarding film, almost bonus star BAB. No. But you see, Dr. Bawumia, so I do my mom because in terms of his response. Apart from so, I don't call for any job. I think he's also been very matured about it because Onu himself underdog. Everybody is coming after his vote. It is Onu managing who yet. That's Onu so quite to Jeguma. Onu no beluzu. And because Bawumia no so koda, I'm a vote no want to be a farmer. Northern region vote one farmer. Muslim vote one farmer. Greater Accra region vote ama. So, until Dr. Bawumia, he has double homework to do. And also so no one called him because we now year campaign now as much as Bryan Acheampong because of Mabuawono we will seek a call about no more into 1.5 into already or more mark ban or more we have started now call 1.5 and now over started but the Bryan Acheampong say obi akwa sponsor obi wo campaign be more be kev say massa obi sponsor me so ochina de be too many and now so ochina also be because of contest and na be den and also another conversation for another day but now NPP for 33 years of NPP in USA. And I mean, who said Dr. Bawumia says so throw job there on time? Yes, about no one who says here kato. I got only bronte also no to more punch in me. What the hell you kind?
Be prepared to go into the primaries. I am very, very concerned and troubled that some of our presidential aspirants have embarked on a religious and tribal bigotry and propaganda against me in a desperate attempt to win votes. They totally ignore all the data and findings about why we lost the 2024 elections and want to mislead the delegates and the party with such propaganda. Then one such issue that has come up, and I think it's important for all of us to know, is the Mamprosi-Kusasi conflict. An aspirant has said that delegates should not vote for me because I am a Mamposi man, and that we will lose votes in the Kusasi areas and other areas. This is very unfortunate and demonstrates a complete lack of understanding of the situation on the ground. Ladies and gentlemen, since 1965, there have been 11 elections in Ghana. Since 1965. And the performance of the NPP in the our tradition, in the 6 Moku zone seats, there are 6 seats in the Moku zone. If you look at it, the performance is as follows. In 1965, our tradition had 0 seats. At that time, I was only 2 years old. I had nothing to do with it. In 1969, we had 2 seats. In 1979, under the Tosu's leadership, we had 0 seats. In 1996, we had 0 seats in that area.
What appears of Dr. Bawumia, can't you? He was playing punchlines. You know, punchlines were party for which is not his usual style there. But what can I say when he said what he said? He said what he said. What I say? He said what he said. You know, NPP Primaries. The question is whether almost survive this primaries or not, because it appears that the way Anyama Konenya better, sir, because I also na Canada Japan so taking a nomination form. We don't know they can so they back. Because all this one, the one who has been Nana Tutujegu no, has been Canada Japan. Nana Tutujegu. And Nana Tutujegu decided say what kind to slow down. And he's being very careful and very intentional and meticulous about how he's going to handle his campaign this time around. Because as a first, on because this time around, Canada Japan he really means business. He really means business and he wants to go. So yebehu and I like so far the cost on until I make us honorable by Acheampong. Untonable. It's early days yet. Early days yet to cry. Early days yet. It's you must picking nominations here because now you know who they're coming Japan other people they are their neighbor. It's early days yet. Because yeah, and I don't even know why now it is becoming that I'm a sponsor party. It shouldn't be about that. Because Sebio, so be Sika. Sika no does not translate into nyansa, into passion, into commitment, into patriotism, into commitment to build Ghana. These are 2 different things. You can have money to help the party, but someone now walk on my passo bebwa party. Different things. And by extension, when I walk on my passo bebwa on my Ghana, and also another thing. Because you are not just going to represent the party, you move a party now by representing Ghana. If you person you be said sika, hey, munya careful, Ghana. Not just say Ghana there. Kope sika bra, pesika. Just say we can't do that. We can't do that. We must try and make sure say the passion and the commitment. Because advanced countries not money. It's not just about money. It's about record. So Nippon start with any record. They say they na why why na what? It's because Bernie Sanders money. They na send come to media politics or American yard. It's about passion, commitment. So it shouldn't just be about Sika. And he said, hey, me want so more cannot buy any champos. They are the same people Canada, Japan, bar for or no what's the country and Canada, Japan there. Or Mao Sika no they brag it. But Bryan Acheampong can't move say okay. You see, Canada, Japan first or cannot no sponsor NPP party, must say, and your car, why I say, but more issue. So enti munya careful because the amoy and money and this was na mudru wa na obi be say dan dru wa na abehu enti ene Bryan Acheampong complicated the forms. He tried to correct himself. Listen,
is to deal with the issue of tribal bigotry. Which tribal bigotry I do not know anything about. Facts are sacred, comments are free. If I meet with senior party officers or party officials across board, we should be able to have a frank indoor conversation. Some things we should be able to talk about amongst ourselves. It will not go out. And when we go out, we agree on what we present to the general public. It cannot be that if we are frank with ourselves internally, it is misconstrued as something else. I have not made any tribal comments, statements of any nature anywhere in this country. I have said that the data is obvious. There is an NPP problem and there's a candidate problem. And the candidate problem is unique and it affected us. The NPP problem we may be able to overcome in 3 years. We need to see if we can overcome the candidate problem in 3 years. And if we cannot overcome the candidate problem within 3 years, then the decision is ours. This is something, a conversation that we have internally with party people. And when you have these conversations, they are not tribal comments. Indeed, NPP, sometimes we make certain decisions. I remember when I was the chief of staff to the then chairman, Jacob Echebilamte, decisions were made for Greater Accra that if you are not a Ga, there are certain things, constituencies we will not allow you to contest. You cannot come and say you are John Mensah from Kum Ashanti and the NPP will allow you to contest Ododo. Klote Koli, we have the constituency chairperson is even an Akan, but for parliamentary, the party will not allow you. I think we're about 5 constituencies, about 5 or so constituencies that the party took a decision that if you are not a Ga, we will not allow you to contest.
And I think Dr. Bryan Acheampong explaining the comments, I think it makes sense. Wow, we'll be able to say what he was saying. And I know it. I think in 2004, I remember, I covered politics for a long time. I remember time or he didn't tell me NPP national executives. No, there were constituencies like Tema West. Natoshi constituency. That's the reason why Natoshi became MP in Tema West. Because a Greater Accra region, proud to Natoshi, no, na Abraham Osedu na MP. Ofi Bekwai. And said that Dr. Bryan Acheampong can party for 1 year, say a man cranny maybe. Because and crime for baby were like, think crime as no as a constituency now by accounts and a dano into a man cranny maybe. So Opache say, Obi na person twisting the words. And I make say, even if he said that, I heard the one carbonibia because really no, the regional and the ethnic breakdown, and your tribal ethnic breakdown, and there's a strategy to it. Party bien because of when you can't you person a strategy without looking at the regional and the ethnic breakdown of any community. It doesn't make sense. Say Greater Accra region himself call for Greater Accra region and cry for Greater Accra. It took a campaign also making sure what consider call for interest, what consider crime for, what consider duty for. I mean, and what they can be on carbonibia. But you call a team. Na ya ni team no and Kasani say na etie. Former MP for Enyaso to Dr. Adomako Kisi, or a very key member of Dr. Bryan Acheampong team. Obani Mama, good evening, Akwaba. Hello, Honorable, good evening.
Make us out. Hello,
Honorable, good evening.
Good evening. Okay. Adomne umpaibo.
Good. It's the answer Dr. Bryan Acheampong candidate. Say the Dr. Bryan Acheampong candidate is corporate form.
Yes, you could drop a form now.
So they say what next?
Well, I think that any extra Acheampong this weekend for the funeral of the late Honorable Member of Parliament, Frimu, suddenly. Now, I think that the next week, will be the election for Acheampong. And fortunately, after that, party, Ebemaho Kwame, not yet Tumia Compeswa Subia 276, to then deliver on your message. And more importantly, explain the reason in here. Dr. Acheampong and Phyllis said he will be the person very capable to give us power in 2028. And we'll go around and make a case based on the experience and resources obetumi amashale party in opposition and sign the mano ehukia. After so no wajia to muse anyway pinanko party inside governance and after so candidature into a church sign the money already on a party in Pennyphobi Asia and Numuna Obikai in some copy na a bit done asema or kind, but through it all, no, I think in truthfulness, no, he has the experience, the capacity, and more importantly, no, I am very ready to support the youth in terms of Inyema Edin Juma Ebeba. Where the I bida. And see, we're very hopeful, sir. Visional crano, any how dynamic or to hopefully no, through him and with him no, to me and Saka to me no in 2028.
Pacho obisi yan check on a feedback. Obisi yan check on a feedback with your phone. I don't know say speaker.
In fact,
I don't know say speaker be or one.
Okay, and it's still no. What feedback be?
Yeah, like a repeating question. No?
Yeah, like a repeating question. No, so you no phone.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm using the phone because.
No, it's okay. You phone okay. You can use the phone.
You can use the phone. But is there another device there?
No.
Oh.
What's it, baby? Still. Anna, are you okay?
Still, so I don't buy here. Maybe we should manage it like that. I don't know. Say, you wait me. Oh, laptop be away to me connected. But normally,
wait, more fun to me. I think.
To me connected, but normally the phone.
But what am I saying about Bryan Acheampong comment here or comment?
What am I saying about Bryan Acheampong comment here or comment? I think that.
But the issue about delegates,
yeah.
I think
the issue about delegates, I
because I have expressed my opinion. Say he could have said what he wanted to say. Say my boy party, my say
without about delegates.
To explain that, what was the rationale behind it? Say more person cancel no boy party ne enye den. I think the whole day he could have said it to show his contribution to the party. But say Bawumia and Fashe and Mano, what was the strategy behind the honor? Hello, Doc. Well, no, but you know, freezy. I think maybe he's trying to get a better phone because you know my NPP before executives need be so better. Sana Fahad Usman so or Bawumia camp. Because I'm saying say NPP media may say they do themselves because the more it will come back against you. It will come back. Mobile conto kwa abontia mo bi ehun say no e beba back to bite you. Yeah, Frank Entry, my mama, Udo American to good afternoon, New York.
Good afternoon, say.
Pacho me when Pacho also on here.
Radiadum.
Great. Yo, you don't train them pass. Meaning some more na no ya must say a NPP USA mudi. I'm some anniversary, must say 33 years of now Osha mo party ni said the eko ya. Na se si and tokwa. Meaning say ube describe we say and tokwa na ya normal mama.
Debbie and Yantokwa. Where Yantokwa. Hello.
Forgive me. Some word you memutino. Some word you memutino. Sorry, apologies to you, but yeah, I'm who's
what are you doing? I'm having an interview. When you standing over there in the shoulder.
Frank.
Damn it.
Okay, Frank Entry, NPP for chairman, US. I'm no mudi 33 years, but they are saying so now. The aspect for the key sponsors of NPP. Omunomudi Sikaba. Intiano Nama can break. Na then question be obusans and Bryan Acheampong to a boa party no Tuesika. Na Ken so kaden. And second so cat on no boa party no. It is a Dr. Bryan Acheampong so no so boa party. It's no so mon camfuna. I think I know see a fair comment there. Ono waye bi into a person ko fo hu the ono so waye. So what you say, Majestic, I say, like I always say, I know the area like my name. I just cannot speak the language, but I was with my stepmother's NGO, but I don't know what this one is about. But explain. There's a preamble to it. Akufo-Addo got 2 seats in Boko in his first term. The second term, he had 1 seat, which made a difference in parliament to give it majority instead of Bawumia wants to belittle the votes in Boko. Okay, I don't know what Bawumia wants to belittle the vote. Vote the okwa either on Betwama and on Tomau. And he said he's belittling the votes there. You need to explain what you mean by that. Bernard Addison Sakis, I hope you've listened to other delegates as well. The truth will always come out, or delegates being, and I will come and say, my into chairman, I said, baby, chairman, ma'am, somehow good afternoon. Be me patch, I say, the air cost of my party, my delegates, way too money when we are too money, because me about me a video, now so also punch Bryan Acheampong kakra. Bryan Acheampong say, or send you maybe 1 million to me, such a and on you can internally, and can you, where me, I say, of us in 19 crow, where me are, too. And is this a normal thing in NPP for you? Say book long for the Mushi, I say, yeah. And I say, and Tokwane, you know. And Patron is entry, be a microphone, mammy. Great.
If you are Otamika.
Yeah, Tonka.
Okay, great. Sorry for the glitch.
Oh, no
I'm
problem.
share with you for no problem. And yes, see there, it's normal. Every democratic organization behind say, and your own wadene, and yeah, they govern the organization. They have diverse views and opinions. And once there are diverse views and opinions there, obi bewo A, obi bewo B, obi wa sumesi, obi so obente. Until I no enyen tokwa a democratic process na unfolding naturally. Na mmom no e bi a wobɛka sɛ sɛnea ɛkɔ no no na ni anya kakra. But it's normal. 2007 cry near 17. After that, you call election. Now you call ya anya ye. You call ya was here na ya sayaba. So the party is so strong. I don't think say ya kunto kwa bibrisa seni ya kano. Yeah, having on say whenever there is a contest, yeah, na energies, you know, I scattered because obia on the camp, obia on the faction, and to obia on your dinechi. Yes, na which I want to say party ni mu achiche, and ye mu na achiche. A contest ni na basan, but after everything, you know, we will all come together, and people like us are calling for energies to align real quick so that we can collectively pursue the agenda of the party.
And the Bawumia camp, Canada Japan camp, Bryan Acheampong camp, Dr. Duchum camp. So far, Dr. Duchum, the entire EBM free, shenanigans be so far. I don't know if you're not saying a strategy which that day you know cry and for Bonnie Diaz or animating. I know you're very cool and calm. Any Cabinet Japan, any other people. What do you think of the strategy? Sana de Biamba said 2007. Now we are 70. I know say I wait to come when we are to money way. And you know, I'm a problem about my party. My be seen there. Any camp we.
If you are camp there, will be there. Now, 7 minutes or 7. You didn't say on start contest by default. A bit more camp. Sabi, mini aba ne wa na mere no na contest. By default, the honor no. Obi so wa obi aye ne papa pa. You say no obi bi ne wa ni. Into obi so obi aye obi papa pa. Into no. On hwe baby akra ho no. And then say ye ntokwa. Me no emabunu ne younger ones no mo ba no mo beti asese because these are the tenets of the party. With 1992 ayeba o te say Edubuan ono kwa na ko. It was contested. Kufuor time or COVID year no ne na kunta na contested. And ye did muan. Or then I conta ye did muan. Yes, ye never drew baby I drew. Entino say yante and one sister na and no ya na a hard dream. Me and country am do baby obi will be a myself. Obia on a preference. So if you are we open me for ballots, so you are in the mainstream journalism, current says I will practice politics. But all the nyakwe for ballot paper ni be mentioned.
Now then, they say, when you're not more fire and crop for mainstream for a politician, could you punk politicians?
So we have to stop being hypocritical. Obia or baby Ojina. Then how to manage baby will be war any idea. And then I have a problem. Me, I don't have a problem with that. And I say, who A and us will be, I will not use my position or my influence to sideline you. Never, I will not do that. And Obia obey Sabia, so you'll be a man in Yard.
Okay. Let me ask you about Bryan Acheampong Sika Semye. Meaning say first na Canada Japan can no boa party na for the canasem, including Abronye na Canada Japan so you no so no Sika or the year or the Pim na Kutia. Now Bryan Acheampong is saying say Otua delegates. You see I think of so say hey one nipa baako to meet your delegates for only 1,000 something. This is not serious. So opening NPP chairman or US. Unim said the $100 price very difficult. In fact, more America for a difficult so be $100 paper. And to the quota they or stock cry no man his scan say a genuine because it is so big $100 note or see or chia or be a delegates be 1,000 something. Are you people not worried about some more MP before say can a corruption money? Munya worried about ansem na mo candidates snake kakano.
Oh, say Obia the way you're Bryan Acheampong or Bono Modi, and Kofobe him the assets just recently, or declaring assets as surety. Obia said, Ninsemu will be a radiation. And you know, I'm not the one to doubt the source of his funding. And as Emeka said, he had it through corrupt means. I don't have any evidence to support that. So be what they are me actually. Sɛ nyame hyerɛ obi na nyame ato obi nsɛm na otimi yɛ adɔyɛ saa no ɛyɛ a yɛmmɔ ɔmo aba so ɔmo yɛ ade yɛwura Canada Japan Bryan abɔ ne din Dr. Mahmood Bawumia Kwabere Japan ɔmo nyinaa obiara yɛ bi ne deɛ so because ɛnyɛ obiara na sɛbi ne sika a ɔpɛ sɛ wɔsɔ ne yere ne ma no ɔbɛtam sɛ ɔde kɔ akɔyɛ ama no sɛ so ahu it is a obitimi ayesana ayana mebu paa na mebɔ mpae so sɛ Awurade ngu so nto ne nsɛm because saafoɔ no na nyame to ɔmo nsɛm a ɔmbɛgu so ayɛ dɛ ahwɛ party ɛnyɛ ɔmo nko ara na sɛbi nyame ato ɔmo nsɛm wɔ party no mu meka mo wasanti biem ɛnyɛ ɔmo nko ara na nyame ato ɔmo nsɛm but ɛnyɛ obiara so na ɛyɛ saa so
okay
ɛnyɛ obiara na ɛyɛ saa
it is an honor go out of his way to do that. I was say a bonabaso. Because if you was
so you know it. How much so? Swim. And community about Boasa and I think Honorable Bryan, Honorable Canada Japan, and community say. But if you any almost so much so. And to me about party no there is ana echo. The moment pioneer boss say, Obi entiminya be no be intimimwa. Because they did the na I say no work.
But me say busa obi o say because the accusation has been NPP for mo na mo de moneycracy e ba Ghana say mo na mo chiche sika
how
because the conversation has been said before mo ba into politics 1992 ponenye sika sem 96 na shada nye sika sem 2000 especially 2008 mo na mo start say mo discover politics mo say entry delegates ka ye ma wo mo no we 3000 and we ne yonko 2000 Mona mo start seeing camp delegates. NDC for the mochi. Fonka games. Enti, are you not worried? They say openly. Bryan Acheampong eka say I'm chia anko foka. Me chia kanaba could be a super delegate. We be say. Why is it that super delegates and twa bano based on nipana or bane competence? Any the obeyama NPP nemum sika yebe chiama omo.
Afia, Mamefa Kwenya is so now. Let me make an attempt to diffuse this misconception. Say MPP for Bemu for no woman niska. Debbie say ever have back with someone. Sebi. One more no mutia bruchi be brain. Now one must say UP for. One more bomb homodin pan. Now because of your former President Rawlings, who are there back who are there me who are said your budget back one here for me me ba me hia for ntini na nisa esikafo saa no ene ma ekofo ye den exile esikafo bebre ufo asantefo achimfo mu bom hu modern pa na mu bi betina brochire omo tete omo ma ene ade enti they did not have belief in your political system because na yakoye one party is a dictatorship so enti no bi am person dey bi bia ba we but na mo nsem obi na mo 92 kona ya kan ya hu bom ye say ye ba after that 92 election and ma Ghana for be bro mu abrochire hu say you betimi aboa na aba ben sebi say cry ya call democratic dispensation enti no Papeo was here then at 2 terms obeko afei na nkofo mo target o musika ni investment e ba Ghana one nkofo ba e foreign direct investments e ba or yeah national reconciliation sika e ba o mine and then just na MPP bonus ka o no mo sika but na omo ni interest our mine the way na nyem e kono akofo ba na afei na omo di sika na eba so anything I hear na ye dwene sa na bazinesa people had really done well for themselves and now it's evident that obi ehunu baby sika ne ade ne na ne na ba me kwa dey am interest na wo baby sika no won nya no na ya na ehia me bebre
Okay.
ba say ye be ye niema yie na ma oman no etumpon ene na ye ehia me so obi baba no betumi aka say mo ne bibi sika na aba ne ni na ye mfa nhwe nkwada school free SHS eno na ya me ehia me so obi baba
And
no
when
obeka
the
say
only worry says super delegates delegate bakuphobia 1,000 something. Not just say they $3,000 I watch Nebeko $2,000. Ebeko $3,000. I don't know so what's here now because I think a little alarming. And I'm uncle for cat bakupho to me says wait. Just say are we not bringing more namuka some money crass and your democracy yeah money crass they say the democracy na you know more namuye democratic party mo pushy President Rollins say chinchina o mayen come back to multi-party democracy no some than democracy they say they sika wo a wo betua mamembo video ni che obi
President Akufo-Addo owini NPP vote wo kusase owini NPP vote wo maprosi President Akufo owini NPP vote wo kusase owini NPP vote wo maprosi ade san sense of quality na nkofo mi no we ya pakofa ba ko e di apa in 2024 apart na e ko e free oti Ediko upper east, upper west, and northern, upper western region. The Lucy is the woman. It's an only man. And you are a victim of circumstances. It's not your fault. I may not know anything. But we cannot wait. This situation, we and I are vampires or any victim solve in 2028. But the suspicion will not go away. And NPP will not be held ransom and stay in opposition because of this matter. And that is a fact. We are in this business to win power. We are emotional and we are personalities. I'll give you examples. We are here to win power. 2 million here. And it's as soon as you get the power, about 2 million. And the NDC always shows us the way.
Well, I think I may bought the wrong video. This one I don't have any problem with the Kusasi comments that he made because I think that I know a very important say ethnic breakdown. Party BIS no. NDC for yebi. Ain't na President Mahama, but no money say President Mahama was somebody who endears to both accounts, non-accounts, and all that. Here MP selection here now. The parties need not consider we. In the I don't have any problem with the honorable Bryan Acheampong kind. The issue I have with Sikano say, Bawumia and Fashiyama and on what 1,000 something as for super delegates voting in. And Namibusa say, are you people not making politics? Sikano say every 100 Ghana near the man for and I call 200, 300, and I ban 1,000. As they say, they are done dollars, yo. Dollars, just say, into the next 30 years, I'm on a moody 33 years of NPP in US. The next 33 years, not just say, minimum the amount of politics. Is that a good direction of your politics?
Debbie, I know they are being say a good direction. However, politics are very expensive. elections, they're very, 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 very costly projects. So when we budgets maybe that national election crowd, one number $40 to $46 million in Ghana. Chromo America say if you are when it's here, you be a general election, about Democrats, some start to fundraising. Republicans are the same thing.
Yeah.
Because it's very expensive. $1 in our Obako email no more. It's expensive. So anything I make can say I'm crabby. Sabi. Bryan Kwana, Dr. Bryan Kwana so Kwana Argentina, who say a so. Na so nke nipa bebre omuso nsem wo bi na omni na aka so mu tua.
Okay.
Anka be sen. E bia na nkono kwa contribution be say $100. So thank you for anka say. Ba bebre so anya bia o matena so.
Mhm.
And no omo wo the zeal and the willpower to do it no. Omo ya na akoso. Oya wi so on be kana no ntu. Okwa election. On kana no ntu. If you want to come on, there you
go. And also they say the contribution and therefore more trusted exactly.
Especially this time, now we are inform me and Wamadane young cockram war party moment to young for Professor Makukwe and former President J. Kufu, or my be too young for. So because of the individual party, my mummy son say, or brother and wabo party. And it's the same, no, be a babbage and bobre. Draw about party, no, also catch delegates. And this
but when Judy said the American as the Weberman Tokwano increase the rift in the party from polling station for who say the super delegates no say the Koji say Obi also be call after the money. It did not just say in the future no the selection of a bona fide leader candidate for party no will not be based on why no wadrepa, but it's based on the obetimetia dollar amayedi.
Okay, I don't think we are going there because divinely and luckily there is no more super delegates year for and a handful of party leadership will be say they are back down nipa be brain about to and it's over to me $1,500 so one more and also
well me I have a different age. I'm 33 years and Fahad Osman Pacho dog. Yeah, so camera na nkasa wona wo fi Bawumia can let's find out because this week and then sisa because what I saw was about Bryan Acheampong team omo ka say obi si omo clash we him say who the onim na Bawumia team so say na Bryan Acheampong no onim de e ma no so aka we and I think it's too early say mo keka sa nneema na to from mu no mo wo opposition enti mo ya mo hu fi no obi so ti ba bi a wo twro so at as obi so ti ba bi a otro enti meba ho the chairman because ye here say mo na make say mo na mo di 33 years enti 33 years what have you achieved mo ha mambusa de no say mo NPP 33 years na Mr. Osman Embrem say what have you achieved in that 33 years now NPP US mo dey say yes mo no dey why no mo discussion party ni mo ba pa no ma be contract NPP mo ba pa we mo ntumi kra pass Europa no President Kufuor 2008 President Kufuor Europa mo tena so 8 years na mo ntumi kra enforce sa law no still my bro chef we ntumi nto aba what have you achieved 33 years
33 years we've achieved a lot. The fact is very brave and courageous Ghanaians, like-minded Ghanaians back in the days. It's me come young fighting the military dictatorship alone. It's now ometimi aposwa me form a chapter. Said yes, you can 1992 New York chapter. The chapter is as old as the party. Now yeah, before say the cash cow. We are not only a cash cow here. We are also a powerhouse. We've shared a lot of ideas. It gets into policy for formation here in Ghana when we are in government. Makes me a typical example. Mami friend, see, I don't think I have to say that one because it will bound up security. That one will bound up security, so I don't have to discuss it. And never be brave or more you share with government. Ekoswa bebre okra na egusu edi nkomo with Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Sa National Identification Authority. Omajuma the time and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, former vice president, sorry, or Bryan. I remember we had a meeting. We proposed that said we should be able to raise funds from property tax in the so no, so okay. They will go and study. And a man called Estonia, I study almost tax system near there. It actually was tabled down as part of the manifesto. Say we will have a flat tax regime and near there. But I think we do a lot. And yaba bemuswa. Omo beti biaba omba bebwa. Example, my predecessor, Dr. and now Professor Acheampong, he was serving as the CEO for International Maritime Hospital Community 3. The former first vice chairman, Dr. Kwame Acheampong, now CEO of ECG. Yampamo no by retirement. Up, a course what my yetimi sika online near the a cutting down corruption. That was ECG in any idea. The whole lot of them because we really help when we have
human resource to Ghana, more contributing to mining work.
Yes, a lot. To say I'll be submitting and committing my Bebre actual. And that is what we want to be. And you say, Sika Seven Kwa, and I say, Bibi or one more, Yendi Abroche Fontaine Fire, internally as a party. Mama Sama, another one. To say, one man, one vote, yeah. You push here, they be out telling Kawama one vote. The brainchild, the kid of NPP USA. They started from 2007. After some money crashing now, all can we see what they go on? Say Nani NPP USA foresaw at that time say idea we am PBB and see and we ever had it. The one can say once we go in to conference I will say they started pushing one man one vote. And they have fight here, all man penny crumble BM, so okay, electoral college, BM call ya. Anytime they have a conference via you push it. This time the same push it. I was there. As voting delegates, they push here and fight, but don't say the other count. So it's a work in progress, and everybody in the party knows.
Okay.
Former President Akufo-Addo knows. Former President Kufuor knows. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia knows. Dr. Nana Omni said it is the brain kit of NPP USA.
Okay. So, and I'm sure we say Dr. Duchum. So if NPP USA and obedi minister of Ghana. And track in a lot of the things that I think Bryan Acheampong also from US one man so no so buy me boy.
Yes.
Me
thanks for the reminder.
Me person another question be about in the long term, no, because they are all can say we are by ECG. We are not seeing major transformations to Singapore, Malaysia. Any other come to the multi abroad system na koso no. It in person when I answer that question, my mammy calls man so answers man. Good evening.
Good evening, Sister Fia.
Mbacho where? Great. One now feed Dr. Bawumia camp. Yene Dr. Bryan Acheampong camp yakasa ono abo akasa. Or see he didn't mean any wrong ibia omako submit your form. Omo de omo pese enkoso and na omo hwehwe so ombeko omo nim ne ade ne But let me this week, me who say more Bawumia come why you very agitated by Dr. Bawumia Bryan Acheampong asem okan no. Okan kusasi asem no. What is special about the Okano? The Okamun TV, the Yamuana can say Dr. Bawumia ba or the vote if you know for Beba or the Muslim vote Beba. What is different about the Bryan Acheampong Kaya Mubo just like you are throwing him under the bus the whole week, are they?
It's the Fiamedas Vibre and a Queen in your race, a income. I mention our for with you. I believe this is my first time on your platform.
Yeah.
I've been following you from childhood because I'm still young, so you can tell. So quickly, Honorable Dr. Bryan Acheampong, I believe so a very fine gentleman, MPP we do appreciate the contributions to this party. But you did say all trances now so play in, and I believe so one more background may bring out to some of the to the votes in 2024. I believe sir, it will be very unfair to blame our 2024 defeats entirely at the doorsteps of Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia as a person. That is what I want us to understand this evening. The reason being that we went to an elections in 2024 within a year, generally or globally. We had some global trends. We cannot also downplay the effect on the elections across the world. So sometimes, we should look at the context in which we put such narratives. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia can say, or the Northern vote paper, that went to me and farmer. Well, from some angle, because the vote are appreciated and because of that, when for voting number. But if you look at it from the bigger perspective, you have to take your time and understand all the factors leading to our defeat in 2024. You will, I believe, sir, the brand as a northern will not play much of a role in our defeat. And the impact of the brand as a northern a significant effect on our defeat in the last elections. That's what I want to put across this evening.
Any significant defeat, but his selection was largely because of northern.
Yes, that's why I said the selection largely because Northern was not to guarantee victory, but was to give us a candidate moving into an election.
Then okay, was not to guarantee a victory. Election, 50-50.
Let me explain this to you.
Okay.
You see, political brand management, you're Friday be political brand trinity. So for political brand trinity, three angles. You were number one, the party, that's the party identity. Number two, the candidates. Number three, the policy, which is to a large extent, because I said the tangible aspect of the brand. That's the policies, the manifestos, and the visions are more outlining as a political organization. Yeko 2024, we knew very well that it was a very tough election in Yeko because we're trying to do something and not a political party being bidder within our fourth republic as a country. So a party be beyond 2 terms. That was number one. So we're trying to do something new, something that has never been done before. So you can tell that the dynamics in such an elections, is far different from an election like 2028 coming from opposition. So sometimes if you're not too careful, that's one differentiating between the context and you will end up blaming people unnecessarily for doing nothing wrong by saying, I have shared my opinion on Dr. Bryan Acheampong position on the tribal lines. We made the call said Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was going to bring the votes. It is true. And as Mekai said,
tribal lines. What's Joe said Bryan Acheampong called tribal lines?
Very good. You see, who play background, who mark the background to this evening discussions, and one thing I'm very interested in is Ghana, we cannot run away from politics of identity. We can't run away from it. We can't run away. So I've lived with Akan community, but I've lived with an Akan dominated community. So we know how it is sometimes from classroom, from business. We know how it is. It's part of our body lives. We can't run away from it. But the reality here is, so when you have political actors like Dr. Bryan Acheampong, not with internal context, or statistics or emphasize it and now or highlight some of these issues are very dangerous. The danger in here is that, Sister VA, what if Dr. Bryan Acheampong, NPP come 31st December, 31st January 2026, what will be the message to this same minority groups now? Who would GD say other persons no free buy and wait for voting number? What will be the message to them?
There be Osman Chechemuye because he one did your matemo one can say kusasi for any pana or say the Dr. Bryan Acheampong the Bawumia Basa offer voting free honey hamra. And on my preamble to for time you vote to her. A coup for the time you vote to her, but Bawumia because he's in the vicinity in Tino. And a conflict in some more shit. And you have fortune in the end, no, 2 sides in your or in your votes. Was that offensive? Is that an offensive comment to them?
I believe that once I'm in my context, so me, I'm in my context, because that's a Kufuor time or the votes by a year, which particular year in Kufuor time now we refer to.
Okay.
Because President Kufuor the time or the vote in by a year, which particular year in Akufo-Addo's time, and I'll refer to. Because we can tell that President Akufo-Addo called 2008, 2012, and of course 2016. And yes, sir. And of course 2020, and of course 2020, of course 2020, that was the final time of calling.
Okay.
So which year are you referring to? And which year, what year is the baseline in this argument? But what's my point here? So I think that discussions be yes, as very painful it will be to have it openly now. So on around 82, we say we are going to be fear. I believe, sir, it is important, sir, what be this guided. Now, we analyze it, all the context.
Okay.
Former President Kufuor, from which year, Sister Fia? And winning which year? Menkai Crown, meaning the late president, Professor Ivan Fifia Tamos, okay, on the president, the very saying, Kufuor call first, Kufuor call, you know. It's very saying, what's the name? In the central region for Antoine, okay. Of course, second term, or yes, at the pole of fear, we
yeah.
So you could tell that sometimes you need to be guided how you put some of these perspectives out there.
And you are saying said you're kind of no crab, but you should have been guided so kind of one thing. That's the issue.
Please, no, sister, if you're
Osman, vote in about me the Bawumia now one farmer.
Sister, if you want to discuss vote on the Bawumia now one farmer, then I want us to discuss 2024 in context. I want us to discuss 2024 in context. And I gave you a certain a background here, much related to some level of, we can say, global trends. For instance, in South Africa, Sobekaya, ANC, for 30 years, on Olusu parliamentary majority there. But for the first time in 2024, Olusu parliamentary majority. Menkai Krano, United States of America, Minya presidential debate for almost 3 hours. Mekai Pass for the first half of the debate, was centered on two major issues: cost of living and inflation, and sometimes unemployment. And these were some global challenges Ghana was not exempted from. It is a person who analyzed Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's vote in 2024.
Okay.
Who person who analyzed Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's vote in 2024. That's only limited to only where he is coming from. And honestly speaking, you've not been entirely fair.
Okay, me too. As in, just say global issues. Na ma Bawumia vote number. Enye kusasi asem. Enye mampusi asem.
No. Far from that.
Okay.
Global issues are not Ghana. Sebio, yes, you can't be. We know because there's a paper name you make kind on some of these global trends. And interestingly, I'll try and share some headlines with you. Some of the headlines are very, very beautiful. Some of them are news items. Some of them are research papers. Well, NPP was a party, unfortunately, circumstances at that moment, and I'm favored in 2024. It's sometimes, yes, it's an internal issue. We will have those discussions internally, but we need to know when and where to have those discussions.
It's now parties of Kusasi, the man Pusiasam, and can't elections no cry. Are you denying that anyone contribution I didn't make?
This FIA, say, which me, make say, for instance, a person who consider factors, name Lucy 2024 elections. Kusasi Mampusi might not weigh that much of the French factors.
But it doesn't have that kind of magnitude to say global issues,
Beautiful, Stefia.
Okay.
Beautiful. Because identity politics is part of us. We can't run away from it.
Okay.
We can't run away from it. It's the middle of your party for. So now, everyone is saying, Frank NPP, 1998, you have NPP internal contest. 2007, you have NPP internal contest. And the beautiful thing is that in Ghana, NPP called internal presidential primaries. And it's so for the first time, maybe they'll be having some feel of it. But we've gone through this.
Fonka games and internal primaries.
Oh, sister, if you have Fonka games, you are sister. If you have Fonka games, yeah.
Oh, Fonka Congress. Internal primaries.
Only will be to board. Nobody can be asking in Sassel.
But internal primaries, Lucas or
Fonka games, yeah, bomb pie, and I am first a candidate. Yes, that we have a bomb pie, a candidate that could be right inside. They don't right inside. We witness
and a cry internal into misrepresentation. Now we are a president do for no idea Kobina later moderate
before pulley out.
Yeah, but a context, Obi a pulley also be enforced a context.
Let's not I think party with the they will see for the first time, they will see what is coming. But what is important this evening is we from the new Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, you believe it says somebody come out, actually, when it's saying pillars, forming the trinity of party branding. No, and a party identity there has been established. The history of our party is well known. Our ideologies are well established. The policies of the New Patriotic Party is well known and it's been established already, in fact, with our past records. But what is key important here and here, the candidates. What's very important here today is the candidates. And I've said this before, sir, 31st January, we are not just going to elect a flag bearer. We are going to elect a presidential candidate, somebody who is going to be a president of this country. So we need to be very careful on the factors to consider on electing such a person. And we strongly believe that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is the most prepared candidate as we speak now, the most formidable candidate and the most winnable candidate as we speak currently. The Nka said Honorable Dr. Bryan Acheampong, ultimate president actually. But as we speak now, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is the most prepared among them. It's the best party for where they can feel common. They will say na a central for Muko Titi Bekin idea or some saying it. Your party for whom any of them yes, about ye cotry. Your best party for somebody can kind of stay here. A nipo bit with the party in the year. Medical said Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia no cranny wine. Yanko pardon. The white year in the past 16 years. The who said or some your party no cream or the no credit. Said you a third miracle and I said on your party in crying out genial. We've seen how he has comported himself over the years. That is the beauty of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's personality. Even at the point of disagreement, we've seen how well or comporting as a member of this party. The best party for any party for sure. We've seen how he relates with party people. We've seen Sebi Naho Brasier, Naho Fama, Sena Sebiu, or Tun Suffer party for new party for Dinkomo. I believe that these are some of the things Ghanaians are looking for. And Obejatum Sagana for Sebio, you're very reserved. Yeshaniama, Nemomian Casabebre. It's Ghana for Nema way no more episode or Moshe, away a candidate at any ba emu, no matter Obama comes to friends say 7th December 2028. It's a message NPP for you said these are the qualities of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and it has been established. Only be a kuhon tokwa. Said Albeka say be a near burn because among 14% almost saying the brand image, and that is why we are a bit worried. So we want to protect the brand image of Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. Sebi, saying Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia about your local politics, man, you might disagree with some of these issues. But not said you politics, said not can say this the fear. Now who cry to a point some obi person or be. Now we've seen a certain shift of politics at even say attacking each other to where we discuss ideas and solutions. So this is the way forward for Ghana. And I believe Ghana for whether MPP or NDC need the because political ideological differences. But the reality and the truth of the fact is the brand Bawumia a brand beer this is the first of its kind in the Ghanaian political space. It's Mr. MPP4. Mr. MPP4 said 2024 elections, we lost it. You lose my sister if you debate 1 month MCO radio and a TV crowd.
Now boy are
Now bomb me arrested.
boy are
But the truth of the fact is in 2016, President John Dramani Mahama loses similar elections. I mean, what is the fear? 2016 defeating by didn't see that. Close to 1 million votes. So if that's happened in 2016, now NDC for to me keep Mahama in place. At the net by 2024, winning with this huge margin. I have no doubt in my mind. The same MPP for rally behind Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, and we are saying that he is the candidate of it my brave victory. Saying that you rally behind him, he is going to get us the victory I'm looking for as a political party.
Your point is MPP leaders more than once and sound winning.
Well, and yeah, MPP leaders in Kwan. I believe that there is a certain level of argument. Because I say, Ghana, Fourth Republic, yeah, by a 20 now. You need a presidential candidate to be by first term at the first attempt.
That's true. Because President Rawlings because he had been there and son Obed transition into a democratic leader and son President Kupo and son Atamils Luzi and son Obe Winnie and another so okay, you have a point. President Mahama Kratos you have a
even
point.
With President Rawlings 92, this is the fear. but we came to read and we came to learn. Say, opaque ballot boxes, those regimes, nana boxes. This is a dime why you have to tum for 12 BNP. Okay, this is the fear. You've been this. You see, so let's understand. Say, yes, about what they are prepared to do. You better prepare. We'll be saying things. People will throw out dust to tarnish the brand Dr. Bawumia. But the ministry and people and some because also brand Bawumia a brand beer no Kenya kuponim sebi untimi fa efin enkano.
Okay.
And
but Musa, before you go to the other Bawumia the credentials near there no. Say Bryan Acheampong sike yo kan o say Bryan Dr. Bawumia fa kapre amra Eastern region.
This
no, I find you. I say what your candidate now no. A whole region as diverse as Eastern region. Krobo for Wada for Acheampong for just a nina one fa kapre amma no Bryan Acheampong funding nina.
No cranny and me as I can come on no cranny need no air yakakra. Because Sebi na kwa say ye see and to my goofy be na hata thing as a political organization. Now what became there? Maybe says if you want my background of this discussions in your no. Ukra can say some no win say no cre. And you be catch and say Dr. Like Bawumia the presidential primaries no. Now on ya be a say special delegate elections no. A job with me TNT money delegates on what about man. This the fear. We ain't bribe
the preparation and so the adwuma ma Bryan Acheampong so nu ntria nkrofo ne ka.
This the fear. Me catch me free bono maimu. Me kai kran me kai say some MPs within the Bono region. And so they came together, contributed some monies, and also helped some delegates during that period. No, what's somebody that one thing cast answer now. You see,
yeah, but I know is it material. So omunyina boy idea, but I'm saying no Dr. Bawumia nankasa no. One fakapre anko Eastern region. That's you know.
Let me say it tonight on your platforms. And and secondly, is the fear. Say Bryan Acheampong, some many to meet etam says cano ebetina Dr. Bawumia say or the boane dia. And I believe so na OGDS from Kubi Dr. Bawumia a brand no menyasa. So what have changed? It didn't answer. And they are changing our personal president now. What to say few ways.
Na say or explain he say when to me and for vote to no and onu to no or didn't see
I have already responded
to so this time or no kasa eko akoji vote na.
I have already responded to when it's not for vote now mano angle no.
Meeting say but you repeated the question so what has changed and I'm saying that what has changed no is that or say Bawumia to me and for vote na ma intini sika akose. You see so that's why he's coming from a point where me sika ashem. You see, this
is the fear. I believe, sir, for the history of the New Patriotic Party, this is not the first time I have a contest. I'm for this car, a two or and how do you call it in a can? Wealth, a two or right? Because 2007, year presidential primaries. Story be a free tamale by, and said, that candidate based delegates, Northern region, baby, be a new Mudinko. Information by say candidates be the we must say be the 3 day papa be do tamale. Within a minute, that delegates in Ashoti. This the fear. Okay, it's our story now. You could see saying was empire FM. You could see saying. This the fear. So what I'm saying is send me wasika, na me tia away, no. The New Patriotic Party and determine they may it no.
Okay.
I'm surprised people are still going that.
So money doesn't determine who is voted for.
No. In the NPP, una was kasa wine, the two who say na me ye we ma wine. The party people will come together and ask. I can't tell. See, Dr. Bawumia is winning these elections, but our concern now is that we want him to win with convincingly margins.
Okay.
To your point, says Stefia, we will tell the people of our party and said Bawumia winning with 80% plus. That's what we are looking for. And that is why we are here this evening, explaining some of these issues to our viewers and our listeners. Yes, sir, Mama Kuma Ensay, Mama Kuma into. Now, MP Kumsanet here, a huru sa a bencho. Sena Kufone na Kuntakoya, a huru sunyane, a joy. President Akufo the call 2007, a huru ya a joy. And this same thing, a be huru size the fear, a bencho. Na ya swear, yes, we are, ya the bad bragana for. Na betri match Ghana for say MPP for the Dr. Bawumia. The best Ghana for some munyina musmon kan ho Namons ento abamano come 7th December 2028. And instead here, before I end on this note now, let me also say this. The dynamics of election 2024 are completely different from the dynamics of election 2028.
2028, okay.
It's so big catch when you may say, Bawumia for voting number 2024, and Untinian Sana, and I made the former president Atamosi and Fantono. Of course, first attempt, a one region and Tuamano. Of course, second attempt, we saw the changes, of course, on the region, no? Because the dynamics was not necessarily said on free region on Inti, because there were other issues affecting, you know, and voting armor. It's been Mr. NPP for Ghana for we've done a thorough work on why we lost 2024 elections. And I will state it again, say ethnicity, say a play a role pokrana, nani role insignificant. It's Mr. NPP before. We should not
dwell on that.
Dwell on some of this. I have said me do come because I may just come in this uncle because I know I'm coming from and said you know we heard what people told us as young Muslim boys we loved politics. It's here from when America far from our Dome FM those days. So you could tell how we've come along this path as members of this party. And you know, we are not comfortable discussing it as Muslims and as people coming from the minority groups. I'm talking of ethnic groups, you know. We are not comfortable, but it's very, very painful. Say if we Bryan Acheampong no buying. Unfortunately, when my kind of platform because say me nyanka obetwe assign no apahocho. Because this if you for off record, me nyakwenya etie Bryan Acheampong PhD viva. And I know how intelligent he is. So I was very surprised. I'm being honest this evening. So, oh yes, friend is saying statement, you know, with those references, you know, to be very honest. I was a bit surprised that, yes, sir. I'm the messenger in the campaign team and said, on withdraw where he's not, and yet too late. We believe he's the future. We still believe he's the future. But when I was saying the future, I know with some of these all transits today, because this election is not for him. He knows very well. And major to or no.
This election, repeat it, but this election is not for him.
It's not for him. It's not for him.
I'm trying to be or one Cochrane election will be for him.
No. Good is if you are penny bia wasum Ghana echemutu e kan futu tirani. Osi fad unim adia ehu in politics ne say obi besi ni bo so obekọ abato na the spiritual father aka chese aba no bedi. This the fear. So science and data no kra chese aba no bedwe kra na as long as the spiritual father so bedi ni this the fear. Uka den kra wonti.
Enti one spiritual father na waka bibia che Bryan Acheampong no.
And I say who prophecies the brew abontia is one for menka Bryan Acheampong. I'm not talking of
Acheampong.
Menka Bryan Acheampong, but we've heard some prophecies out there. But what's my point? I see. Even when the data tells you that this is the data, and the data contradicts some of the prophecies, you know, they're out there to campaign. It is good. It is good to campaign to the final stage. It's not when you be able to you'll be doing one big political party and face the government. And you know, Stefia, and you say this party it's nice attention about so creating some people party mean kind. No attention about so we've left them there. We never say a party for and I to say be party to say it is DMB supporters against the NDC and DMB supporters against inter-party people. It's not helping us. It's distracting our party movement. The message party for no. Moment in young campaign and hunting. But we will need Bryan Acheampong again. Even with Manus Sumina Sistefia, and you may say a Cochrane Dr. Bawumia one way near. It will catch him to 2028 campaign. No, you ain't here no platforms on my campaign.
You been here.
You get the point. So we will need every member of our party to win the next elections. That's the most important, significant issue we need to look out for. It's been a message party for. We are convinced that Dr. Bawumia is winning these elections. We are very convinced. The data is out there.
Even against Bryan Acheampong, against because first not Bryan Acheampong anymore. Say Bryan Acheampong, Canada, Japan, Bawumia no, I said that Bawumia be underdog. Because I Omunyina targeting Bawumia vote. And you are insisting that irrespective of Sankofo and you're still this election is for Bawumia. That's what you're saying.
Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, inshallah, will win this election. Come to the He's going to win this election. Yeah. But our major focus is that you you can't end this one and say yeah, they can't have a wider margin. We cannot stop us from saying the accent for it. If you say convincing say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia winning with a certain margin. But let me say this: if you say internal politics, obi a build a constituency man. It's a local contest. Not say opponent need to build a constituency. Not a soccer crowd. Sometimes to me frustrate you as moving forward. It's in my we want to at least give Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia a victory. Be a bayer at the baby so be any. Now, I say party dominating a neighbor. I can't say
okay.
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia at this time around the person didn't copy. Now, Uriana sorting be no. Say, quite say the full buy and then it grew out. It is as a communist.
Okay. But when I now say Nkabea Dr. Bryan Acheampong me patch, I don't know about me so apologize for say
Okay.
or elections now with the expectation in GDR and for ni mu nyina wa report. Even this talk say omo ka say contract and our consider or pray no ho san be consider. I don't know no so apologize for
like
performance.
It is the you are still putting the blame of our 2024 defeat at the doorsteps of the crowd.
I know that's how watch them. I'm saying that it's against Obian putting blame because you are the leader. When are you captain?
Yes.
Right, someone here call World Cup now, yeah, winning a Ghana for expectation. At least he came to a point to apologize for the poor performance. I don't know.
I believe that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia shared a thank you to national. Fundamentally, there were some profound statements you make here during a turn. Okay, or can say you lose even to as a result of some level of arrogance to be a network. I believe that these were some of the admission
Okay.
Yes, we never said we were a perfect government. We never said that. As a government, we had our shortfalls. We had some challenges. We don't run away from it. It got to a point in time where you admitted and we're calling on Ghanaians to bear with us. So these are all some of the admissions I made over the years. And the good thing is that when we elect him as the leader of our party, that is when he will go out there to speak to the people of this country. And whatever messages he has for the people of this country, so about apologizing or admitting to some of the wrongdoings of our past government, I believe he will do that when the opportunity presents itself. But for now, internal contest, let's share party for let's run it as a family thing. And I like the way my chairman Frank Kempy put in, send a former president Kufuor on one counter echo elections at your party channel. I don't expect this presidential primary say a party. We need to come out strong and face the NDC with that front. I to me from come 7th December 2028.
Okay, very well. Usman Midasi Pa, but my chairman, now me busa this question. I don't know what that the Bawumia Nkofu can say. Almost Obia ma bibianya boko. Or what do you have to say about Bawumia camp today?
Oh, baby, I'm a tea, the Ajubrel. You best say Obia ma bibianya boko. All camps, all factions. I will not discount the fact to say there wouldn't be factionism and as it comes ahead of the primaries. Where they are, Senemidi can carry. Obia will be open. Obia will be body that. Obia will be what that called it. And Yana was a yet, yes. Name we are and obey Kunimuno. Yabeka and Wabum, Naya Bonetidom, na your opponent aquatintam. And when here, and yes, Obi will baby, I say, how, money how. Obi will baby now, person about side diplomatically. Ahumbrasia so, Yansa Quanso, none in a din common about. On your time for Sabi, come teaching elections in a could. Well, it will so be anyone fine, so that the Kuntokwa. About horse to the end. Now, me and come at him. Only Pakwan, Yamisha and boy Abraham, say, I'll make you the father of many nations. On one neighbor, Isaac, the back, Isaac, the mammy, you know, who are Mesa and Jacob. And you see, Omokra, at the end of the day, Papani Baby free. Now, your baby change. One said by norm, by custom. That was saying, Kayapen in India. I was saying, Kayay there. Now, so no, my minute is strategy, Rebecca. Or the strategy edging Shrine Emma Jacob. Elianfo. Papani Pepe, no, my minute epic at one. And Tinyama way, a normal. I was here and once now. We don't have to be hypocritical about it. Well, I say we'll gain some cheap political points now. What in Yama when they say, "Oh, we a politician now, mature. You should understand all this." We'll be contested. Why didn't you know? Eh? Now me bow we are saying, "Send you say you soon." And after all, they hang back. Why don't we join you soon? And as one can say, "Me say you hang." And Kadebia also sorry, you blue sang if you ever. That was one day own green, also own white, also own black, also own red. That is the beauty of it, diversity. But the answer and one sister will be contested on your time for. The moment someone will be canon and was saying someone be kind of boom. That is the way to go. Will be over free unity beyond I'm for it. And believe you say or say party penny be when you idea will be pushy.
Okay. So Chairman, I mean now what's it? Because looking forward to the next 33 years, a democratic process. Say the America more common we are born person Ghana so be connect him about Chairman, ma unu ya be ma hope see adoya be join my man mbusa na 1 or 2 and sana wa konti Chairman men kwansa. Because say hope see the money na na America as they say mo na mo yi no mo see ombra back. Say Chairman who support us call no mo see ombra back me boy.
And no amnesty for Obia we're free. I'm amnesty say obet me who won kwan say was say but any hopes I didn't know about hopes in kwedi and I say no about
I don't know what ha. You hope you will well, I didn't Ghana for Chairman Sebra or more America for the Sebra.
Enya dia meko.
Nti afrafantona.
Ehwa. Omo amnesty na nkasa kura no. Se nya amnesty papa o. Eye pressure bi no mo dia yesade no. So on e no. Because eye amnesty papa anka condition bi ani ho. Keno se omo bie kwa ne se obia emra. Na yenum se ya de esi aboso se yempe no. Ya ka che omo se yempe. Now, omo say Obi are suspending the Biamra. Me, I was not suspended. Me forfeited my membership. And to almost say I have forfeited membership, no, we should write application. The check of it. The check of it.
Major application, right? Instead of say automatic and come about.
Major MPP, man, application, I'm the journey MPP. At the minimum, Nienti, I may mefa pen paper, send me better application. And MPP is unattractive. It's a declining party. So why should I apply to go there? I will not. It's on that, you know. Now, more suspending or more amnesty. Almost say, yeah, more amnesty, mumra. But for the next 2 years, no one team contested position behind. Do you know something?
There's only 2 years.
A strategy to protect something.
Then, to protect what?
To protect something. Emma Obi, Anya Obi Biden. Because you are suspending Obi Nani Panaba, 1 year. Na, what the before Baba 12 betia will be into Nanya, Mono de Mamu Macra.
Even delegate police station elections, go on to me contest.
Almost want to be contested. This was the 2 years. Na, near one say, across the country. Omo come police station for a minimum will be rejected the amnesty. No na miracle in Kokabia, or say, Omo here positive numbers. And I'm saying, way political naivety saying I would display because in politics we are talking about numbers. You are talking about positive numbers.
So kind positive numbers in quite in politics, kind number be
me say negative no grant win elections no negative no. No and win elections no. Go ka hey ya ko gina ha ya mpene ya koto abo ya kobo ayihu ban. Sa na mu friend negative no. No na win elections. Na positive no mabubo court ni tane de ono na win election. And win it. So on ye no. Etie de ya ka kire omo se sa na tie de a. Omo fa omo party. No ana me ka say a MPP quanti and metro application party and a metro application and NDC. Because NDC today is more attractive than MPP. But God so good, you know. Yeah, Alan Chamantin putting in the application to get a full political party. When there is a movement for change there, na ye political vehicle or no the bed drive on a independent presidency no. Any other say ye
full-fledged political party
full-fledged political party. Ebia by next week you can overthink as a electoral commission am in the provisional license any other. So I just say yeba system no more. We don't think about their positive numbers they are describing in the Kakika. So Sabio, if you may win me near mitimi ye ewo politics. President Akufo-Addo ankasa would name me capabilities in politics. Any other. It is a onya akwala bia wo bre na wonyina ho. Na the ye enya godfather bi. Then the office wa ye ntino otimika ne opebia. It's up to them. So no. Nti you see na me follow in common. NPP omunya strategic background. They are not strategic.
Wow, party.
Me say they are not strategic.
They say no munya strategic, another than no munya strategic.
De nyina ka ho. Na ya na ye movie na ya na ye dey fifafifam. Wa ho ne ate no. Wo de hwe say me de to me ho so kokodi dwumadie bi e wo Togo. Na me ka ho asem na che say mo fi say ba free mo achi akodi ala nti mo mi achi me kotu. Na ma kokko to sa 1 year. So on the no.
Case ne down pending.
That's all pending. 1 year. How strategic are you? Ubia ade awakwakoye amu wanya power. Eti next time no obi kwakoye sade no. 1 year. Wa hu ne no. Ne ti amese omunye strategic ni say. Hwe. Politics na ye no. Ye free 92 96 2000 era no. Baby aye wo say no. Who said your social media na sa bandino, and as a woody trope, you will be exposed. Within a matter of a year, you will be exposed. And the first and also there, and Kau Casam no has a ya. Why de Quacoyano? Yanfan say, Matra okay FM the my how to Ubia would near some only massive numupano, would need opportunity to come to OKFM. Eti ni abi kind and the damn for sumune ni na musa yes oh sa o musi say ni na guy kan. So but ene me kasa wo OKFM me deep process here the next moment. Most a TikTok for your correction, Facebook for your correction, Instagram baby nedem. Che Dr. Bawumia Kasembi 2024 no. Okojina Gonja land. Ano kasa no say. Say, baby adru no. Yet then presidency no eba Northern region. Northern region no ye can 5 ni nyina boom.
Ya boom okay.
Ono anasemu. Nemum nipa 2 no mo free no for na ba kon betima president no. Ba ko 4 years. Ada ba kon so 8 years. Now 4 years no ye the man o wie 4 years na say president no besa ba north biemu no be difficult because e be go through other regions no and sasa ba ho no. I hope we say what was our voice no one guy our voice no.
I don't remember but I know so can boni o.
Nyabotre onu anasemu awaka. It is say omo person north enya time with the presidency in India, and you want to more no Bawumia because over 8 years. Now, John Mahama Enya over 4 years. Oh, free so, yes. Oh, free so. Near Kwako ye president Ibioma. Do you think Ghanaians will send the presidency to the north again? Nipana what is sunana wo kubiemu Ono di enim se ebia wo wie ye nti no ye de ma no.
Okay.
Wa wie ye kwako yi new president look do the mathematics.
Okay, me na che se Bawumia na kasa no yi ka ma no se wo se Mahama ba ensa mba no fo bi nti enko ho bi nti.
Why is he contesting? Yes, ebeche. Good.
Then
Anna, if you
come Mahama 4 years Sanko. So why does he want to take it back to the north?
That's right.
On one predict Sanko north.
Yes.
Okay.
If you say yeah the party by a contest no. Doesn't mean say the krebi or honso so ebia binti minka. Ghana for say political party be ba ye man 2 terms no. And change you.
Okay.
And change you.
Even if candidate necessary in this case, Mahama Assassin still ain't changing.
Na say biasi. Atamese ba ya wo free mu. Jo Mahama ba ye no. Ghana for mo second term. Edinti na. Wodeti. Edunti na. Jo Mahama di 1 term. Because what did the 1 term new year and this anya 2 terms.
Okay.
Senanko wapenya sango nya second term. Omsi dabi what do 2 terms a year kono kokotranse. Ano man kokotranse. Ano akwakoya wasaba wababenya sabri no. So ahun ete no. Enti no there is no way Ghana for beka say yama 1 term. More to the point. Say NPP munya sa humiliating defeat. Sa defeat here by so no the factors edemu buy any fresh Ghana for etim. Say komu ye strategic no. They pick a younger candidate to market himself 2028. Then 2032 they take the seat. So no. But because
it's 2028, no why na besha hokosi 2032 now okay.
Me say 2020 do be the party eba but me catch you say party be winning NDC 2028 enye no kre. Omo benya omo second term.
NDC will win the second term.
Me say omo benya the second term.
Even if they bring a fresh candidate, say Professor Jena no pokwa man cry.
Me say obi NPP for no omo ho aye omo angaza sem. Look, 2008 Akufo-Addo buy no. What say Akufo-Addo was so popular. And I will show the vote to a 49 point something. I cut de naga wa hit 50 plus 1. And this way, yeah, 2012 no. Everybody, me say, if ya me elections are a shock for me, a breaking me down to the bone. But I can't say, you know, a year 2012 no. Because me GTD be PPA 2012 me say point piaso yaba wini. Na ohwe se ne ade no se kokko ba ya Akufo-Addo at that time na the popularity na the integrity na the character wo de no because that time obi antimi enya asem bi nka nje Akufo-Addo se Akufo-Addo aditro obi antimi nya asem nka nje Akufo-Addo se Akufo-Addo ye corrupt. Like sad negative, you know, apart from personal you know.
But he still lost the elections.
Yes. Okay. And so no. With all that hope, and mama.
Ghana for who prophesies MPP for who predicts MPP for focus on 2032 no. Why candidate Educhuma na Bryan Acheampong na because I said Bawumia the way you say and some cornophobium to be unforgettable for now.
That is what is going to happen. I say, Akufo-Addo free Sunani, say, president from the Eastern region ever. Do you think it will work? It will not. It will not.
In 2032, no, why now folks say if they want to, MPP wants to be strategic?
Maybe 2022, yeah, new party, no, they may take over from NDC. But almost the
different person
till almost the idea just a photo or no opa and alpha a society no pa na joining so on but say what na say now yet critical analysis you can see said there is no way there are other factors okoka no but amount for bejo one no in change no me more no so but yade da ho say NPP represented Bawumia 2028 no mo your margin so mbe win elections let's just say how to describe it.
So they won't win with a Bawumia candidate, they won't win.
Share a foot will be Jerry John Lawrence, Edema John Mahama. Catcher John Mahama said, John, Unim said 2020, you will not win. But your focus is 2024. Okay. Was it on focus on 2024? 2021 winning? I didn't hear. Because Jerry John Lawrence in him say MPP are winning 2016. When Piasso Ghana for the second term by MPP.
Okay.
It was catcher and say on focus on 2024. John Mahama only bebreza. So on that. Now by 2032, now can say Bawumia no at 70 years or pass by 2022. So on that. That time, Omo Muko bebre. It's younger ones in a woman. Not my target, you know. Now more than no, but I don't know dear. I don't know. You better home come actually. But me make I say 2032 dear. Meaning said the new political party now. But me pese beti di no better 12 on things here. Because he said no, you know be benchino.
When I'm be third force, I'm going to take you over from the.
Yeah, be take you over from NDC.
Okay.
I just say.
But generally, my people say about President Mahama. You will say MPP for their own call, but in Uber application ko baby NDC. So far, because NDC, what has been the achievement? 8 months. I man, yeah, kono. One now describing NDC say is more attractive. Then
Nah,
man, yeah,
and the MPP too, or near the NDC too, was say you back one. Who you asante se mufrimwa. Ube yini.
Na vote the same person to them.
And I'm making. So
but it's not about me. I'm saying that one
yes.
say Baku are more attractive. And I want to find out your basis.
No,
look at NDC by 8 years. Then on my TV.
Look
because
at
who never my captain's man. Me, I mean, who never my captain's man. No, I say Mahama and creative jobs are no better campaign credit to Mahama.
And
they haven't done anything in 8 months.
And then everybody is saying, say, we need to create more jobs. And no, but what do we need to form NASA was a work can cry at least. And it's a bono homoding. And then when you look at the economic situation of this country, President Mahama Betuna no to say, Sikano, can is CD ne dollar a yino. Nka ye bet you met the Hujuma manaba from cra, but or businesses and so on. Send your bay.
I am buying a fake stabilization. I know you know. Someone said,
if ya.
Have you seen the IMF? You know,
FYT. IMF for no move or move free as on gone. Omo pegana. I assist you see, assist you go to the Abentino. Yet you want no ya penny a diablo. One yet. Now, I buy say because 1% or more or more into export. Or more bet you or move brentino. Or peggy dollar no between 10 and 12 cities. All manum 12 cities, and all manum below 10 cities. In between 10 and 12 no. And near the babe yerduma. It's all net. Said ye beya, ojene importers for no. Now ojene exporters and so home. Kakra. Ocean your mu ye, said consecutively. Well, get nam hodoma and then we say about 11 one say bibisa. Within.
But they said it's artificial. I am say any artificial stabilization.
What is artificial? What is artificial?
Normal market forces
transfer. Ako na de 11 ayamawa as compared to 17 and year the dano. The end say artificial. Any atwas. Look.
Yeah, but said you can pump dollars into the system.
9 months ago. Maybe 9 months ago. Now we hear $10,000 at the cranium of Brochra. $10,000. Now we hear Ghana Sikano. 170,000. And that's a 1.7 billion. Old citizen. So, and the year. So we pay the same $10,000 in a we be 1.1 billion. Artificial woman. Artificial na a woman. That's a
very simplistic way of looking at it.
It's not simplistic.
Very simple.
It's not.
Just one corner.
Oh,
the global, even Bank of Ghana, because since I did not call for me, foreign remittances, and one cut is short to 50%. Something, and then genuine. That normal dollar and value no ba. Uba won't say 12, sir. And it says they say I call 11.
And you are saying
I am a mono omunye.
May say government of Ghana say or Berani adeno between 10 and 12. Abro 12 ana.
Okay, so money go beyond 12.
No, at yen can maybe say abro 12. Say amro 12.
Amro 12.
What you're within range, and I'm a boy.
Okay, very well.
Now, at the end of my dollars and same way ever. Because of the forex. Say demand no ever more than the supplier and ebasa and I'm a boy. And then at least your team are stabilizing a kakra. Because you say
one IMF say artificial, you should that supply more dollar into the system.
What America? Probe in this word, and the kumni papas in America for. Would you tell me?
What is the point? What is the point? I mean, answer
Make us say biaba. What nam ho? Oh, what have you who say when you brody fit? Okay, when you praise the guy, what time to a pain in Wakum? Just say, nipe woo America ha every day. Wouldn't now, what the whole of America for international mapa pen paper? What we say, there been peace, there been index, there been index. Na Ghana, West in the Kaikam. Na America 40 no more trotro, or more every day, or mukum nipa. Any other.
But the same yastic near the cancer about Miamonia, no.
What do you mean?
It's the same yastic, and now the same IMF now no more about Miamonia, now if they are saying, say, a artificial stabilization. What's the young question or Modia, no Modia, I don't understand.
Omonya dear different from artificial, and I'm a boy. Omonya dear. Now, officer, Mrofono most of you more. Brony person rebiano bibini yapwa. It is a ubejina will answer because yes, Ghana what they will honor dear or Mompre.
But because I don't know why making this argument when the MPP was
nothing. MPP or power, MPP or power, fetching in the Kaika home, a downgrade and one timinga.
Okay.
One timinga. And I make us say, said the economic a janka and give it to me to workers every month. I didn't get down one timinga.
Okay.
Emrofono or Modi Agni a diabro. If you let us support our
now may and few or more you be on whatever assessment, World Bank or IMF for me and few
obit America obit America babe catch said ye prepare for Ghana na wajedi. Bro need America.
Your helicopter crash here, so could you to say honey and conform mama be. It's your own person assess economy ni idea. Oh, me and compare more so.
Na I can't say if ya say obi epe ye can say obi ama ba be boa mo eye koko dua mu ni ne ekakeka ho a wo mo mefa nkrofo mfiri Ghana ema se mrofo no bi pese o mo ko into koko a wo mo ma mefa Ghana fo ema o mo ma me kire o mo ha wa ye koko ono no kire se ye better than them. No, I don't know what na
that's what it means.
Technology omo wonim de no aba farm say yemia koko hu nsem yeso so ye wonim de yeso so ye wo ye de ntia de be bo omo nkire say ye better than them.
No, I just say ye better than them in cocoa production.
So we can determine what they should do. Yes. With their cocoa and as a bibiza.
Yes, because cocoa munim ni dua ne ade nyina
na say o chire ni dua untimi nka say somewhat bottle enumu a monka say muti bottle miensa. You cannot tell them that. And I'll bet you much wrong that.
No, but I don't understand one analysis baby I'm just saying
what I want to say is that as I said, because I don't know, say, why the premeditated the EBA. I want you to understand, say, IMF cannot determine Nyomubeka say, artificial. They cannot.
Okay.
They are not running the economy.
Okay.
The managers of the economy is saying, say, what America about betray yako say, artificial.
Okay.
I don't know, omo nyata 2 minutes free.
Okay. Well, very well. Urefi say, yeah, well, I am a program as you. Yeah, yes, why you bonsu ni enkuku kakako ni ekoje 3 billion. And yeah, ma omo coin as conditions to that law. It's omo Ministry of Finance.
Mama final example.
Technically, they are running our economy.
Tie. And then we know say omuni obia of Minister of Finance honum. Tie. Ye under MPP no mdo be better na ho na obia ante honum. Mama final example. Ebra Akufo-Addo ka say ye hia 8. Na mum was it Ghana beyond 8.
No,
Ghana beyond 8. A bold step. Emrofo no hu say akwa we say jano. Na fe hu say na ewura Africa leaders ni team. Ano mu hu say ye jai sa papa we. Ye galam say ni na ahye. Africa ni enye sikadie. Na wo ka Africa beyond 8. Na ye din no de kwa asembeba. That was where our most started say we mo downgrade Ghana.
Eti IMF wana na egu Akufo-Addo aban no.
Me say emrofo na na share that yes ah. Eti o mo downgrade no. Ana Ghana for ye nyina so so economy na say. Se satem na get na say ana ye nyina ye gitu mu say dabi. Ye mamrofo kwan e mo mo determine what is our a year. Wo fi senga o mo timi achieve sa de no. Ko mo timi achieve.
Okay.
Enti no ye burden on mind dia. Your problems is here as Ghanaians and say. So your opposition. Ope say aban fairly bibia. Na Emma wo advantage. That will be the or minus so. Aban fairly ni na more advantage na oba. Or no opposition. Or no so the way she say ube fairly bibia. So up to when? And you bit my society as all money.
I get your point.
So eti ye besre. Minua oswa ne omom kikai ka ho nyina no. We should not wish say Ghana should fail. At least the first 2 years adwini bia opposition can say parties ni nyina wo amu betimi di aboa ama oman no agina no. Esisi ye sabi o. Ebia Osman business wo Ghana. Do so America. Ebia wo business bi wo Ghana wo ye. Business no ebia kokofa nneoma free China na odi aba. Edi na kai ka ho. Now, say what is sense kwa? Is it not better than 9 months a year yana? And you're better. So you are benefiting. The SSO yen say, Uber Pompa say, and ye entimbra from crack a cranka home. Now me so me business me flourish. Nanye yan say, also by wohi. Ebia NPP Beba Power, or more man office biao. Ne business na no obeye. Na dole ya koso na wo sofa. Na wo say su, na wo titi uti ho. Sata wo party wo yi eti wunti minka. So let us make sure say we are burden a nation. The senti ana alanche maintain. What in the GTP? Ekokoma Mahama say, we Ghana for ma me kwan ya. Nka we na nka me de bebu o man. Eti wo de je na hwem. Ne wo fi say wo yusu ebeboa wo no. Yusu. Ana Nyama bi ekukọ so no yahu say nyama ne bi peki wo. Opa mepe GTP soft copy na me dey send no.
Now they me GTP no.
Yes, let's share the economic side. Let's share the economic side. Ube I don't know
maybe implementing some of Bawumia you know. Policies
there be anya Bawumia Alan.
Alan policies.
Eti me kokotra radio so a now say idea na Alan dey akoboa Mahama na nyama ye no. Na makotra say me condemn. I will not.
Okay.
I will not.
Okay. I get you, but hope see so Osman. There won't have my hope see because about me they own to me baby. Quickly more man for joy because of your man.
This the
I'm doing 2032, but I no crown so any mona mubenya. But this election is not for Bawumia.
me that's the brother say Hobson oba ye some o kan ye nyina no we say oh we be odin some neko and me person me can say be say ye Friday be political brand hates and on Hobson and what the New Patriotic Party now because there is change in ideologies. That is the reason. And as a result of that, the communication behind it is a negative word of mouth about the New Patriotic Party. And yes, sir, me person make sure say free or can't say you can't say negative members, or defining negative members wrongly. For negative members of any political party, and just say obi o basabasa there be. It is obi a sebi o dem papa emu eba party mu. Obi a sebi onye discipline. Obi a sebi nensem keka o party mu no eku party no efin. Any negative member and they see yempe. Sebi we know what politics is about numbers. It is here a dom. Name a dom of our the yempe. Namin concern maybe so concerning the very saying seeding in some Bawumia. I believe so for now. And can you remember quite a bit in you be heavy? One Musimaja NPP Makotimo party. It can be for the and the hopes in the way they can you and a found home pain.
Also, I'm free advice. The moon we need 2028.
Yeah, hopes and advice. Say hopes and what advice be on farmer or movement for change. No money very strong force because check them put you go 2024. Check that on elections that I said the only party structures in power, not only agent across the country can ABT or more in this elections. So sometimes
and then 38, and only 38, me say only 38%,
of respect. We are not kids in this country to sit here and throw out words and expect say we'll just keep quiet like that. Option, you best really so what NPP we which say we reapply na kawaba. Now ma.
If you maybe Osmati way one kind this asem. What makes you
No.
What makes you have the authority to talk about NDC, but I don't have authority to talk about MPP? Please, you should stop saying that. We are doing politics and we are in democracy. Don't tell me say I should not talk about MPP.
Baby, your party say, and I will say,
me say, Monisa 2 minutes of the catcher, me say, me to be MPP asem. It is non-starter.
Suggest to you, but
Me say, and you're non-starter. Man is suggested, man is suggested.
But someone suggested,
me say, it is a non-starter. Because who know to be kind this asem? Who to be kind this asem? No, be to be MPP asem. The cheap of it. The cheap of it.
Internal elections are home. You're talking when the constituency within the party. Put him here. The challenger hopes in any party phoning within the MPP is established within the MPP, no. It's the idea, and so we will leave and destroy the party. So today they give themselves credit. Some come into lose 2024 elections.
And we are happy about that.
Oh, Hobson, don't do this.
I say that
we are happy about that.
You see, I'm a researcher. I'm a researcher, and I like sometimes challenging myself. So, would you be said, who one in the car, maybe 1 man year?
And then there's water.
Let's do scientific analysis about these issues. And I make us a cheddar, maybe cheddar in front of him. If cheddar had more vote than Alan now, maybe what is the significance of Alan, please? Don't get me wrong. In our Ghanaian politics, in terms of numbers, what is the significance there? It hopes in some for me party in the year, but what is important tonight is the host in the can Zambia, this the fear. My name is Acheampong Brenano. If we saw more,
it's not addressing Bawumia. There's a 2028 or some more.
This the fear. Me say 2024 Abana year the dynamics are far different from 2028 Abano. The dynamics are far different from 2024 elections. Set tribal cards ever play any role, and I see we free and we free ever play role no. When we get to 2028 and a better. But for now, we the New Patriotic Party, no, we know We've gone through these processes before. We've lost elections before. We've boycotted national elections before, and we've come back stronger. This is the fear. This defeat I go through 2024, no, a defeat. It's a learning process for the New Patriotic Party. We've learned our lessons from it. But let nobody, let me state it here tonight. Let nobody deceive himself, say, or no man New Patriotic Party, and lose the 2024 elections. Messing who enumerate. I'm saying this on authority because this also been also you're free of muna or party ni it is a fallacy. Madam Fubeka said a fictitious narrative. Yeah, the dad down on featuring this the fear. So the reality and the issues on grounds, they said the New Patriotic Party will be electing a leader, and we're going to elect Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Hopsin, obetimi akwako. I can same Bonnie be or prefer the New Patriotic Party. And I've given you the premises into OSR. You find no political brand hate. And the reasons is that today we have ideological incompatibility. And as a result of that, everything Hobson says about the New Patriotic Party is in negative form. We don't have any problem with Hobson. Hobson, you can continue on this path. See, Hobson, you are not God. We've had people telling President Akufo-Addo, this is the fear, okay, 2012. President Akufo-Addo Biono internal contest a year call. Yekofa Bronifite be free Bruchire Baye. Emma by research our Ghana catch Ghana for you. I say Akufo-Addo can never be president. Okay, it's our story no. Okay. It could be saying.
That's why I don't say I hope in case omo ye
obi platforms yes sir. Alan Trematic of Bronifita 2012, the neighbor Ghana had a research said Nanado and your president that. And I remember by then I was in Kumasi, Alan campaigners in Kumasi on radio stations. Omu Jaya Sumsa 2016 president who be president of Ghana. In Hobson, let me tell you something.
2012, I throw no Odino. I throw an Odino. 2012.
2012 Muluzui. That's
what say 2012 as someone okay. I throw no Odino. I am putting it to him. Allah go for Bronifita to him about 2012.
It's me catch the hopes in the numerator said the final map for the New Patriotic Party no Onyanyankopon or one vote. And then as medical establish at all, no, or impact. See, this is or more impact in our Ghanaian politics, you know.
Wow. Wow.
Shoes that. This is
wow.
Now we better and the hey Hobson, who are for two Alan, no mere president, but enumerate Messebion, semi voice no concern a different fanchami. What is important in the set, Yakotuaba, the best Ghana for you. What is important is that we went through an election, sir. Context now, within that context, it was very difficult for the New Patriotic Party to win 2024 elections. It was so difficult. Check about when it's about to win. Challenges na you woman doors. We do admit. And I'm thinking, you know, the presidential candidate. We will go out there and also talk to the good people of this country. We will make admissions to some of the wrongs of our friends and former government, you know, and plead with Ghanaians. Say, "Boni bi na ye ya monfa ncha." But to sit here and tell Hobson with Obina can say analysis from head to toe, I was not getting it. To be very honest, but truly for the sake of saying communication purposes, you know, we have to listen to each other on this platform. But the truth is that Hobson will not determine the fortunes of the NPP. He don't have the power to do that. If he has any power, this is here. I'm throwing the challenge to Hobson tonight. Hobson made me free when you with your crew, you know, say be again. So Hobson, I will to me be so with my political party before to see here on Fama Alan on your president. I think that is all Alan has dreamt about to be president. Hobson, please, if you have any power whatsoever, please grant the childhood dream of Chief Alan, let him be president of this country.
Osman, because I can say 2032 so he has already started that process. Anything we have saw the source and I'm a for joining because
Evia say ya did dan ohun ya kase bubudan near the bulldozer si honoma if you mu and take you one day anameboa watch wo you 2 hours anameboa ya kase sidan na over to me the 1 week as sidan Untimi. Etino Osman. Nesama wakano. Onhwe de ye. Wonim 2024 nsema mu kan ni bia no ogusu kan. Sa ahanta ne dwa kasa no. Obi ka se hope sin kwa na be me any power yenko opposition. Mette sa se no na me se o sa. Ana me sorry jina me na so. Anye den a me effort ka ho bi. Ana mo de opposition ne. So onimu a onko bisa ne boss a wodi na chi Dr. Bawumia. NPP winning 2016. Na be ko ayi. Na President Akufo-Addo ne Dr. Bawumia omukọ Kumase. Eti be send no message say me ba no honum. Eti onu dru Kumase no no hu say sa ma send no message no ofre me no say oni ho nti no. Na nka me say me ba honum 6 pm. Eti oni ho. Eti obedi 2 days oba na maba. Woni me kasa wie no. Anche. Ana security for no ba ko frɛ me. O say oze. Oluma bo abaso. Kachire Bawumia said 2016 victory ni there or dedicated the hopes. What America how you didn't know what we went through. Babe jina hon mama be ka say hope say yeah. So what dey no. Etoda ye dey yi ni ye ka. Politics ni dey be ye. Etoda suggestions ye be ma opa memfa. Osman wo hui me hu da wakasa waka anything positive about only opponent NDC. Menti bida. Now why do you expect me say me na me movement for change me make something positive about NPP? What kind of reasoning is that? When you tiakra say dollars atikra no oti hodo me say enye no kre. And you want me to come and then be praising you. What say? Misusu mo. Misusu mo. Se misusu mo dia. Misusu mo dia. Ade misusu mo nja se amudi matem no. Me ka say tie Osman asema tie Osman asema wo kai. Se me asema me kai na wo hu ni ti ni nan. Na atem didie complete. What you say? Atem didie complete. But no, but this me feel no, me ignore no. Because Osman me amount for him hope say no. Amount for him hope say no. Osman no be any no.
Ima mani kasa wa empacho.
One dey no. Amount for him hope say no. Osman no be any no. Eti enye nne anamba be ka say me yesi ya na say me yesi. May have paid my dues. Yes say me ye my ye. Edi ebiem. So one dey no. Eti me dey me ka nyina ne say most of the positive numbers na mo penye problem. Evia, we be me interview be in August 2024. And I make say ye to abani we Dr. Bawumia benya 39%. Video no, opa mi we a message video na mo. I think I FM for na. Omo ye me.
No, yes, I interview no.
Omo ye me say interview. And what can me insist say omo fan sign baby a. MPP benya 39%. Yeah, first one, na 41. We move adding 9 constituencies in the can quality bibia na 38.2. Et would the plus and minus. Is it far from near Mekano? Etino, nobody be a no more. Now walk me so do monfa Dr. Bawumia. MPP benya 28%. Me na make a show.
Yo.
The mere fact is say yet you Akufo-Addo call 3 times and so winning doesn't mean say you the Bawumia call 10 times or winning. Or winning.
Okay.
And the Osman mono or muhu no motiate no. Me when you make me an enemy, I will be enemy to you.
And you're not agita. Okay, hold on. My mom wasn't say movies. Hang on for me. Hold on for me so that some person respond. Ima, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Fia.
No, good afternoon to you. Minister of Refi Canada. Good afternoon.
Now, I'm going to say,
Boko.
Yeah, we mean to me, my being.
I said, a boy, I
feel like me was see me who's so me, but I hope see na mama. Hope see dollar is a say any bill. What the car, what car mo be one Sunday sikanema wa and okobanga when you be. It's artificial. Dollar ni nyabi.
I don't know when
the only question there. My checking back APSA, my checking investment bank.
Now unya bi anu dey fa hopes you say ono ya Bank of Ghana here na kan asem na ja no.
Dollar no ho, so dollar no say Ghana
Oh,
ni enya.
Evia. Evia say ohia dollar na say me my account mu waton ka ma me bia 2 billion cedis. Na wo hia dollar na enya no say me transfer o me yi di abro.
Yeah, but
me transfer a cedi dey de bro. Enya dollar.
You want to any system no about you want to artificial na mo kasa.
But when they make you point.
And interview Osaka say they see the IMF say they don't control Ghana biem. Yenya gold na heni akotono. Ye ko heni akotono.
Yeah, but you know you talk about IMF no World Bank. You talk about world market.
Omuna control ya certain web market ni bibia ya omuna control. And Ghana yenye hu free IMF mo. Yenye hu free so yen pese ya be and some of kan nyina na no an ye di so. Safia and no an ye di so. Afa Osaka say NDC omu ba so omu nye bibia ubenya ho asamaka apart from NPP asam kwa na obetimaka Mr. Hobson. Ti NPP ni susuboyachi yesrawa susuboyachi. Ana abaya yekotoyi. NPP for ni anya aba na yekoto. NPP for Mr. Mo media da bia me ba ha asama me kan say wo join ni candidate bia ka asama nipa no oba obetima ya magana. Asama oba obetima improve nkofo abrabom, education, transport, obetima yi kwan, obetima create jobs. Na yenya we free ha no. Mr. Me nkofo nti a me ba ha no me catch you me say me po me show. Kadia u candidate betima ye. Kadia Bawumia betima ye. Kadia Canada Japan betima ye. Kadia Bryan betima ye. Sano say ye wieni nyina ka boma obi anya asamo enkan fan ho. Say be ya hoping ya be ma hopes ya fere because sama ya keken ye wie ya hopes the baba be twaye enchen to Mr. Ma hopes in fere.
Yo, Bryan, what your point na mobile phone and Gasawa right man. That's we Bridge Pacho, good evening. Pacho so microphone, mami. So microphone.
Good evening.
Good evening, Pacho Gasafree.
I'm free Netherlands.
Okay, good. Oh, any other sound? Sorry, why?
Oh, that's what MD before, you're honest. Hoping, bring us on penance, but no credit, or can't grow baby. And before pencore. I about Bawumia the Kujina Gunjaka say, not in a bar, and before Fanon maybe okay, or video so nobody can dispute it. Osman Momuyan to Trono. Country as it via one and one Kubush will be said, we say, oh, the Fiapuki, Ocean, or so ya Santiniana. Country Ubodi, and you say, no free. The women who want people who pay and go for me. Nanakumia, and Chairmansa. Nanakumia to piece of him say, maybe Nakumia and Chairman said piece of him say, Nakumia piece of him say, ethnicity. Any religion and twaba any report be not come can crab. After Barometer report 2023 almost say ethnicity in part 12% in the beginning of Twaba, religion in 11%. This is 12% of 13 million voters, 2 million votes. What are they talking about? 11% of 13 million voters, 1.8 million voters. Now, Kotwaba say, it is 2 million. Say, based on religion, and can't report beyond. Came some question fake report. I say, it is a party in here. Ubia Bone, Kenya say, Alan ye, Muyesin on Koye, but we are take it into a Bonnie be our saint. Meboa. Hypocrisy. A better Bomina upper way saint. Who better some option as a Barucran or Hono or open margin. And yes, sir, we are party into canceling your own grab as a Otanindi. Me maintain pa etasem just na all kan nyansa mu a me ko Ghana match just via wonam street so a unu train pa 10 you say me ka so ma fa Kennedy Japan ma mo to ba ne da and before person papa ne Kennedy Japan mo forget agro ni nyina edi na dia Bawumia ebe wini aba at this time because Ghana for rain feed we Ghana for rain feed and before be enti me say just via all pa o so nge kinya mo china okay from Funsia Bontin circle no musa o mo na Bontin no enya mo about time say the option can no table coat on get now kasa no no to aba no obi o se otomo money on the to aba no o ko to ni no ayi chairman sam me dey no na kom ya wo ni ba so odila so e campaign da o chairman sam ba so campaign da o mo titi to mo money o dwom na to aba no o na se mo pe Kennedy mo fa Kennedy ama mo to aba no mo so mo se ko to so so kinkina mo de Bawumia na e ba mo de ne ba aba no mo be lusu e no kwede o kan ho ye hin ye nyina be tena opposition wa enti Kennedy e na nkofo no pe no mo fa Kennedy o mo so mo fa Kennedy mra no man power mo so mo fa na madia mo ma se mo se fi ma
Oye honest person pa.
Jesse no Kennedy o say that we are there in the game.
Oye very honest person.
Hopes hold on, mommy. Brackety, good evening.
Stefia, good evening. Bajotaminka.
I'm a tongue capam, but you also.
Yes, no. Of Ambajo Mechao.
Major so.
Stefia, me unze anytime be me ba platform so na me ka say NPP for no no kre na yenye den no kre na yempe and sometimes omo yenye o mama na favor nipa ba ko me start the politics china me sa Stefia le tell be me ka wa ana I mean of hopes so me started to no so enye because we one of the people they've stood very strong in the party. They fought very hard, very, very, very hard. I quite remember 2012 election petition, contempt Then they didn't quit the whole day. I was when I meet TV nechi. Me feel school about meet didi because they say me who baby as I'm go see the neko. I say ye jaomo. These are the people I mean omo ye don't be bia say a party na eden. Ejana party na koso. And and some people want to say koso we should be factual and we should be truthful because enye na mo bi na o ma anye na echia ya anka menji ni say ebia Mr. Hobson ebia nkobe na adwin say ebia ofi NPP man na say ebia Mr. Alan Chamantin so ye the free party ni ana ade na mo ye they almost repeat it 2023 no. They are going to repeat the same thing and almost every repeat here as some number of ekano ebese si pepepe
opposition na no mbeko
ebese si pepepe intina na mo jai ma healthy competition enye den enkoso healthy competition koso na se nipa no if indeed he's the will of the people say like ono na nipa ne pa bibia be okay ana lastly on the dollar issue no so no I think say this is not the first time I am a formidable one in ever. I think it's almost we almost review, no. I mean we say IMF conditionalities in the way, and I think say almost extended credit facility management, you know. They were saying say buying the secure share economy just to stabilize the stabilize the dollar against this the CD against the dollar ratio. But what I have to say is say ababi aba the any man for obey any man for obeying how no we obey
okay
into no like no obey into say omono even though yensa sha omanum tina tembi ombese omobo ya pampam no eno ne asem no yensa sha omanum ba asem na mo for Canada eno an cause untimi ntina baabi na like ombe chire obi de onye onu krom but any na so free because of say anytime we run to them for support and they identity. Sometimes I don't know some who say yeah stronger pet no against you they have to find ways and means just to suppress us. But that's offer.
Yo.
Mechi also so why Mechi Mechi but they be amitiu baby I go interview be amitiu they be America
everywhere he goes.
Oko America ya oko tina UTV nya ya interview na TV tina me show UK na me show pa me baga ne bia na I'll try and meet up with you.
That's it.
Yo, Agwezi, good evening. Yeah, that's it. Bragwezi. Wafaka, good evening.
Fine. Hope.
What's your meet you?
You are still hope. On the answer.
Still hope.
Still hope. Ba ni pa brain omu nim da wa bre.
Oh, asewo.
Kafra wate. No nyame ne me pa.
Efia nganjro mo. Efia dim bra ma fam so omo ka won nganjro mo.
Hope. O de oba ka
Konkata
aye nyina asate region. me pese me bo obi adin na unim ayi a me no call ba man okay e bo nyina kire ho okay
Oh, okay,
Ghana
okay,
o Canada no do
Yeah,
Canada no
yeah.
akwa wo tuhumu ya oya yi hu se na ho
Oh,
no to Canada
make.
so radio ye dia to no pack of menwubre so wura fia
Wow.
na wo samia ku ni samia ku wana se nke odi de party no mu eto o kasa obi nte wase na obi ni bra wa bre eno nkwa de to honom de ma party no enti obi aka bibia na o kasa asema o ka no se nkomo pe party ni yi a eno nkomo be kasa papa se nkomo ka asem se obi a odo party ni bia no ko nsa amra na nkanye hopes mu ne be ka kira mo se na wo me se alanche matin se wasi abre no 1992 ni edi akire tema runabout one.
Yeah.
Ghana wo Kumasi no o se cameo. O chepe cameo no tehwe no. Sa ma nyi di akiri e wotema. Ya nyankola o. Ya nyinyini. Na party ne di akiri ache. Ubusa Spain, Holland, Germany, and landing ha busa party se mesi di ache busa so radio. Amansa busa o nyina. Hopes in the enim no onim yen. Mr. Nimu nyina beto party no mo. How akumsi nim o nyina beto party no.
Yeah.
As you kasa ye din hope ya some okanya ni nyina ye clear Alan on the jeja no ho ema Kufuado tumi ne kwede Kufuado nsa obi ani mo party ni mu na Kufuado odi Alan hwammo but nya hwe ewiase the Alan ya ma party no obi ani otime mesi obi a miracle kasa ho ahwan no o kasa obekasa nya se nyina gudi tirim no no ba party ni mu da ben opsin ko akoma to yam na hope in there still hope never lose hope onyame on mesi onyame na si hene. What's the hope?
20 hopes here against 2028 NPP for forgetting.
Na kana Japan ma hwan ne beba. Kana Japan ba hopes mu nyina ya we kana Japan ba kombe support. Na Bawumia do hwan na Bawumia ma 16 good years our party mu. Afia enipa mo bra party nya bi eni Bawumia o. Ye pese be kan NPP. Na komna Japan so se bra party o nya asem ketwa o. Je se eno ma bi wa intimi nka. Yen kasa na ye de nsem na ye se de ni na hwe omo. Omo de Bawumia ba hen. Omo fa na mra obi anka hwe. Some koye sa 2023 de ni bi wa. Jombe hwe gu krade so hope ni krade so am 28 ko munya menam ka kire o mark my way so pa bodate opa bodate afia ye party ya kuma di a church ya say sika ho ba nye nsem ya na ye ka enipa bi o mu ntua ka pre ho mesi ma ka aboaje no ba da be na komia da be no what is ye campaign bi o di a kikiki bisa o ade ni mum nyina ensem so mbo ade ni mum nyina ensem so mbo but o mu ntimi ka so bia ye din
okay
share na boache jako de boache jako se de sia bel party ho boache jako se sia bel party ho papa wi afia eni panya ye
mo internal problem papa
dia se cha man for bono nya bi ni o Alan kra de on se Alan o mo se Alan ni aboche hwe afia na kwa bo Alan se o sia bo party no ka no enti ka Japan ka so on nye sa Alan no ba man for ntia se Alan abufo na ma kana Japan ti sia agro no mo en na me ka kire kana Japan onye na adwene sa abufuo no de titi mu opa buso obi abusa mpanifo kana Japan onye na adwene ba bia
yo misaka mama na ase ne o kan o say problems no dey bebre wo party man no akan Brassechi good evening
Hobson boko there
Yanko pardon boko
yo MC we are say
so I have from Bawumia camp ono so monitor Hobson ti o to mean that on to mean but you enti o Brassechi
yo MC the medical can say party there odo aye woma party ni ti ne nyina ya be join na be join ya de hia ne se obehwe se ubenya bibi kakra film na also moa kro no wo no etimi akoso but de me pesa me kan say aye omo pushi Bawumia gidigidi ujidi say so ba be mount platform bio say or ma lectures about economy who is going to believe him. So on mount platform to say they know in 2016 ni panya ni mujidie enunti ejina so to pa ma no na so mount sa platform ni bio no ka about economy who is going to believe him mame a typical example be madam for be no our port sabe madam for no me say before 2016 so obi to say Akufuado say na sabe or nigu from crash undi anobedi sa madam for because of policies ne niema omugu port iti ɛda yɛ kɔkɔtɔ aba ɔdanfo ka kyerɛ m sɛ me tu aba ɛwɔ Samie Wuku hɔ me kɔɔyɛ no me tu ma Samie Wuku but me tu tia Bawumia eti nneɛma na ɛkɔ so no ɛyɛ nneɛma a ɛkɔ so a affect people personally a ɔmo wɔ personal ebufuo ɛhyɛ ɔmo mu eti sɛ party no ɛpɛ sɛ yɛdwen ho ne yɛhu sɛ yɛpɛ sɛ yɛba power bi wɔ a saa era of saa Akufo-Addo Bawumia ne deɛ you cannot decouple Bawumia from Akufo-Addo. It is not possible. It is not possible. It is our numbers now. You say yen Crawford, ye kasi yen Crawford na ma meto aba, yen Crawford na ma meto aba no. Say the only way I be to me, akasi eba back ne say ye hope say NDC for momoding. Na ye gyina so e de akasi oma momoding, eti oma momoding no e de ye omo sa ma ye chance bi. But the point is that who is the candidate ye de neighbor? So gyina ho a the credibility ne saying because people gave you the opportunity based on the same wokaye and ye pass so the gyina so the two abama. What you say? Eti asem na ekoso ne de say yan hwe ne yie na ye nyi saa personal issues e bia you umpe Kennedy asem umpe Bryan asem umpe. When you look at the bigger picture is that who are we presenting a nipa ni nyina ebeji no and then ato aba ana me nua Hobson so the Hobson party ni de ebeyi de hia ne say ye betimi aye changes was our mafia gang na ewo ho ni nyina si etimi sisa sa mafia gang na say o ma gange apai decide say o mo gu party na man na si etimi gi sa krofo yo mo say party ya we will come back again because party ni de odo no wo ho ye wo ye core base no wo ho already. All we have to do is to make these changes na ebetimi aboa amakro na ye. Nti no eno ne de me so me pese meka.
Yo, brase chi mama na ase ne on so one hwam ne de odi ababeka ho. Tony, good evening. I mean, go ahead, Monso. No, Tony, hi. But what is it?
Much about the other most of you.
Great.
I'm chair for Adenso. Now, Majina had said the Ecosin and this of your home. No credit home. The Ecosin, share Obi Bekansim. I quite say, the Ecosin NPP and I quite say, ophthalmologists be here. One more lenses. Now, would no need to pay face when in a crochet, Bibian. Now, so all force was say there be mammy changing lenses upon lenses upon lenses. The Ecosin NPP man. Omunim say Ghana for the Ecoso no creno. Oh, Ghana for him no creno. Now, so chinchinia, my infant glass windshow. When you can same be says yes, there be when in ye, may change your lenses, may windshow. Sana Ecos when people says here. Sana Ecos MPP says here. Ghana for modi candidates we have. Ghana for Casa before say we crab ban. Their hopes me can you know, Ashasi you know. Before selection bebano, no credit da ho. Ghana for person just say Ghana for can be
no credit da ho said them Bawumia and winnie.
No credit da ho da. So Bawumia and winnie. Ya dabena hopes in Becca same way. Ache papa and your hopes in Kwampu. Adia no be dear dance say, Nana Queen and Kui. No credit da ho. Ghana for 16 say was there be. No credit da ho pass where people muso say can't bar or ben when you vote. And so or mom person. The West ophthalmologist when you said Nipa in an in year. There's a change in the infrared glasses we show. Lenses we show the one who the can. There be no be can may have to be back and repass him. NPP now implemented repass him in 2006. More than we implement more body repair policy by you. And so more NPP and is good. I said, I did now benefit one. I said, a better year, my what and I was say, when we implement it. Now NPP the breast one and repair system and sounds review. And the Omunya said they are forcing candidature on the in the throat of Ghanaians. Now, emotion no creno. NPP no creno.
I don't see forcing no. Delegates elections and about winning. Which one is forcing? Ya to abana about winning. Canada Japan winning, but we are winning. And you want to force what?
The see as I'm making the course is a CA. So the course is a CA. The course in Omonim no credit Ghana for and about candidate on Besha, a year selection a year bow. about Montanasi, NPP Internasi, and who said, Diana, a Ghana for a car. Dear NPP, no, dear NPP, NPP, Diana Ghana, one person on baby. Oh, and no problem.
My time now can I cut 3 minutes? Young channel so Obi and Sunya time and Kasabi. Edmond, good evening.
Good evening, Sophia.
Edmond Pacho, I'm into
you.
How are you tuning in? I don't know why you tuning. I small boy, man, who cry?
I Sophia, the can. Sophia, they only say, NPP for Lancaster, maintaining so or more the power because Osha about 2 years. Bawumia 38%. 38% no ohwe nipa hen na epe nipa award party me na majority no empe na nipa na outside no empe no awo party ana de party na nkasa pe no omu person de say nipa na eba because omu say Bawumia no so omu di na che we say say che me sa bonsu no ne e fa se mara ka gwa jirmo ne sa former MP sa no omu na di na che because omu say Bawumia no because we taking more decision bi e ma no zan kwofo no na chi ye ni yodo no no ma be take decision e dia mo ana se bibi su omu si bibi su si a won kwofo na be take decision dia ma no nti ye ne ye wo no ko akoko ni na no omu gu NPP party because omu say next time obekọ ne de because you see an you say JDM onko biem na JDM akọ onko biem no onkuta anya ko nta be 3 to 4 strong candidates here on beba one ebini friend say Julius Debra oka ho one say nka tia ka ho 3 Maya Otamale I sent you MP how na drusu no enti sa wo the way abe ko pe Bawumia ka hu say Bawumia be 50%. And the NPP for no, the only candidate here is here something by a Ken. Yes, candidate here, you are very strong about to me at a party, no, at the party power, a Ken. Apart from Ken, or be any more bet me in Adnaba. Because Usha remains about to get idea why you're in a more Naya or no advice. Yes, of advice. Omo MPs kono you know bia be say position na no mo no omo say omo say the same position no what is nya nisa yenti me fa on ba ko enter pa ko sa kwai because ko nya ma Bawumia kan yi a ni nyina kwa gensi no lectures o ye bebe ni nyina na chi say a dollar de nyina no economic yi ni nyina no ni nyina no ko tia no
okay
ni nyina anko yie ani omo nanado omo bu eni nyina no ni bibira anko yie wantimi amwan take good decision ama anano de se nanado we na ebe se ya na se kuka se modi yi la bia ba ama fo se ompe no e de na wo ye fa ho de na oba bonte be ka kire ya na fo se say 11 no be ka ma se ba ro man 90 ama ka hwe
very well
ama ka hwe it is who dem bi ni ensa anya wo wo so ba chi dollar na akoma ayi so ni say IGP no de otafana ko to ayi ewe no na buy be 20 pounds is the bia me say me say 21 pounds $1 maybe 21 pounds say when NDC papa say ade Mahama yeri na no wo ye to say de nko na wa be na be si na no e ma be easy ama no say wo God of your Kumasi Dr. Frank amako ade wo ye Kumasi won say o ma NDC ho akona o say Simon say me say who di Bawumia who hwedwuma wo ye wo do to nsa ba hat ayi jadi for ba oncha na wo town na wo ye mufu na mo ye say no to hat when on the West Asante Region Minister, Akufo point no. On so be do 8 good years. Na na do point nkwa krafo nko do be di o man no.
Yo, Edmond, no bi ko kase time na ye akakitu bi abo 6 no krampo bi. Pacho me da se bebre. Bryan Mr. Good evening.
Mr. Fia, good evening, Pacho that say.
Pacho me ho ya Pacho etio.
Okay, Mamin Chow, Usman Michel, what make it interesting and then very good submission. Hope say Michel hope say sister, I hope say yami brapen you. Na minim hope say activism in NPP. Achepa because I remember fans where you pay. And then the days of AFAC ne let my vote count. Yakoye one vote demonstration near there. So he's a great guy. Say I can say grassroots mobilization. He's one guy. You can trust him on it. And he oka assembly be yeah MPP for so there be more dikin akano. Papa ne wom no. Mommy enfa. But then it doesn't take anything away. Say hope to sacrificing my party no. Never be uncle yenti as natural as he is no. There will be some kind of bitterness. And we should just have to understand him. Is the fear 97 and 98 na your course in your know. I'm say Jake, I first say JH Mensa. E catch on no anaconta say na banches we are the coach as an anta. I dare say I send the cobio. I'm say JH Casa am the check for no anaconta. Right? And he made a Bawumia agenda no near the end there. Some of us you who say a same old one. Why not that na people are trying to put it in a different bottle. Oh yeah, packages here rebranding near the end. Hobson did an interesting analysis. Say, a very difficult for party B and as a candidate to be to win 2028. Until we should be looking at 2032. So here there was a party for the NPP for woman young candidate. See, as no 2028 crown one when ya. Ebe do 2032 no. Na one day na ho fama. Eda so ho. To follow the tradition be and I don't want to say tradition. A convention say to send an hope in cano. I do the candidate now 2 times. And I said 2 times. I said what me win. That's it's more of the reason here. Some of us believe say Nipo bet magia the nama one touch Dr. Bryan. Worst case scenario, when to me and my 2028 there was big opportunity to present him again 2032, which look like chances will be about 80-90%.
Okay.
Now it's becoming difficult. I say, nobody is speaking for the MPP. All of us are speaking for individuals and candidates within the party. What I say, SSS maybe in the NDC regime no. Yeah, NDC for they're on holiday, but we can assure them say after the primaries no, we are coming back.
Mukun toko wi amboko NDC asem so we asem.
To be on a holiday that we need to talk about it. But I am sure very soon Sanema now will be over and then we'll come to talk about the rare national issues and then do the comparative analysis. Now you between the NDC, the MPP, your legacy is near the end now. The time will come. But but that doesn't also mean say some obvious facts for Honso I am fan to ya. Yeah, the tuja now also be emotional reaction be near there. You should expect the other side to also come. And I am employing on all the youth near there. More feel say heat in a war between Kennedy and Bawumia and West, now you have candidate original Finfini, Dr. Bryan. Both sides for victory.
Okay. I'm not gonna heat about between a Onone Bawumia company, Mr. Fosu Pacho, good evening. Bravo,
yeah.
Pacho, I want to top our time now. We are about 6 and about 10. So about 6
good evening, Sister Fia, Michelle Minia, Usman, and Hobson. Yes, in no, Brapanian, no, but yes, Rene said the SCB one share now on Samra party no. Yehiano, party dear, ye didn't pan ye. To the beer, be back a set here. You may be honoma inquiry, but yes, still nana. Hobson adoye all the time behind your shiny yet, into your saying here no party in movie. On a quick one, before say, Mr. Usman Ebekasano. Omudi can your submissions be concerning Asema Bryan Acheampong Ekayeno. I think say Asema Bryan Acheampong Ekayeno na emfumso bi ani ho. And the man reiterated whatever Dr. Bawumia said when he was contesting. Bawumia eba ye no ka che se hwe monhwe me aha na me free all the time bia no eho no mo no ye nhye da nya vote dodo nyede emfiri ho nti eho na me free ba momfa aba ne mame na mo de mame a mekọ ho na makwa akoye de makofa vote ne e de aba ye tietie mu no na eto asomu because akonya na ato nipa bibre na ye den epre nti se ofiri ebon ni mu ba de a una unim ho no masem una bitimi ne o makasa edi vote na ade aba nti yade man no in fact oman no mu mfiri kompo aye kofo ene kofuado ehonom no mutimi wi ni votes kakra nti Bawumia de nanke wogidie kese se north any zongo de enko the vote de ebeba but ye lusui oko zibila ye lusui binduri ye lusui boko central ye lusui kusiga ye lusui eti oka sa vote we se nyina eboma ye lusu over 40,000
ana me say na no ni nyina ye Bawumia nko fault
me pacho onu na edi animu eti
fine but say elections there ya analysis anya the odi animu nko na ede there are so many factors ndi nyina losing e Bawumia nko na causes ana
good me pacho say no ye beka say Bawumia na causes because say ye di ni nyina ye ka say enya Bawumia dia then previous people na omonso so call ye no eno so no when no ye be attribute to enkophobia na
because any so can it just a change candidate and can win but say the hopes in 2028 more am winning so it's not election there any one factor per and determine the win any candidate in
sister if you mete wase but when na di animu a wose wode yakwaji to me no na
again
na see
understood to be the animu I'm saying say election
what you say
election be any we are say one single factor per and a man will be winning and will be losing
but the candidate is the major issue. Candidate
it's not the major issue but I know the research be actually the candidate is not the major issue Ghana elections
sister if you
all the research as well any candidate in Kenya there are so many things economy is a key issue
so sister
economy
sister me
employment poverty
good on say you hear so many conversation and answer presentation from Dr. Bawumia. And before say Obabe vice president, Tamani opposition, or make so many lectures concerning the economy. Yeah, the man went to me a handle what I say. But I'm coming on a point of view, say, I cannot ato. Now see em fama. Into a message or the convention and say, Zongo yen and call for. It's for yen and call for. Into mon fama me kowa me no bekasa. What I say? That is the clear thing I was here I say. One can't say oba nofa obey say their mom. But o making it clear to us, yena NPP for no. Say ye eternity no kwa or the whole vote in the beba because nenko for no woman. Eti akona me free that corner no na me free then.
And the promise no when to me and deliver.
Good. But when it comes to the general public there, o making a promise say me ba me say eti oba shanta regional enya ho na ofree. Eti enya wa adwe say obeka che me say ufri yemu nti asese metoma but also make some clear suggestions bia wase mehwe na me de meto abama enti meto aso no no for no wenti me deliver enti me mensusu say esese sade Dr. Bawumia den ebabiem Canada Japan you will be the best candidate. I mean his work and everything is on the line. Nipa bebre enim no Canada sold himself for so many years, and Kennedy is on the ground, and I believe say Ken Ba Ebeboa.
You, Mami now say na me fa Bryan Michael. Just a quick one, Bryan Michael. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Sister Evia.
But you no money tough, Mami na me we are time producer Mami pressure pa.
Yo, Sister Evia. Sister Evia, Mami money to was say. Mestre Yebra hopes ya doye. Say we wa omo ne kanamremo. Simple. Part no see we free mu. Stop talking about NPP. Focus on Alpha Fronto. Focus on your part, Alpha Fronto. And the party who see we free mu no. What could on different party? Tomu party ne. Advertise you party Alpha Fronto ne. Why NPP every day NPP? Who's we free mu? Yes, no. Kasa ni doso. Oma yenya asum ye fati NPP. We free mu unko.
a lot of people who friend this imo. When I'm going to friend this imo, but then this win power. And this win power. What is wrong? Stevia, you can't say, Bawumia, ni bonne why ni say NPP party mo. Ni bonne why ni say. This is the first time yanya candidate be a wako contest election, we lose election now. This is the first time. Oh, sebi account for na mudi MPP nim no. Se mukta sa suban e be din say obi onya akeni will come back against Obejambi MPP nim.
Nipa Bryan Acheampong pen haka na sente ade na ade fra account for na party nim nyina.
Me ba ohun de kreda bongo for ye.
Yeah, but the accounts.
Ade account for. Ade account for don't let's no. Let's be honest here. Let's be honest. Let's be honest here. No, I'm not doing politics. I'm not doing politics. But let's be honest here. I saw they be the same way.
Michael, at the end of your friend unfair generalizations.
No. Sister Fia. And
the Japan representing accounts in Bryan Acheampong or representing accounts in into body. Na kan wasem men ko kan akanfo
me ka say akanfo ni bi
there be one ka bi
okay fine you say akanfo ni bi
even an account issue. It's a party thing to stick to the party.
Sister fine tie me ka akanfo me say akanfo ni bi amu di yenim amu kasa ye
just take ethnicity out of this
no amu kasa ye amu kasa dey fine step if you I never know now. On the cover 2 times.
Pious and I'm hajire musu ya cancer na. Me say take ethnicity, take tribalism.
Hold on, Stefia.
Simple.
Sister Fia, hold on. The party I belongs to. Sister Fia, hold on. The party I belongs to. The majorities are accounts. Let's be honest here.
You can't repeat. I think I'm all here difficult on here.
Let's be honest here. Do you have
a party for I didn't think cry for.
Let's go. I'm talking about the majority of the party.
It doesn't matter.
The Kasa is not good. The Kasa for Bawumia is not good. And every party, and papa, we should stop it. And then this is the first time, Stefia, Mahama, Wabanya vice president. I can make sure Wabanya president. Yatu Wabanya president.
One kasa camera na we do no. Wow, camera no said there. Why are they na account for na account? I don't know why we can't do. Ras, good evening.
Good evening, Sister Fia.
Patentio. Yeah, no tough mama na we are 15 minutes.
Yeah, pa Echia wati phone nyina. Mesanso chia me anka se me pan ni hope sem. And Osman, me chia ye pa wo bo adwuma. Sister, in fact, me go 2 issues na person me nkasa from. First of all, hope sem. I would say, me name say, I will say, the party Achia, you should by force be a leader of the party before you can gain from the party. I don't understand. I've sacrificed for the party, and for sure I have to be the leader. Where was Obama when the parties in America? When what is the name of Clinton and others were building their party? Where was Obama? But later, they found out that Obama is somebody who can bring people. And they choose him. And being part of a party does not necessarily mean I have to lead because I have suffered. I got you. Before answering about Kotuaba, many of the MPP from Premfon, reshuffle. I mean, Papa and Kwan reshuffle. Reshuffle is supposed to go to anybody. And to one, it is part of reshuffle. One now to bang baby oh yeah you didn't perform reshuffle. So it's like we were trying to share the job for everyone. And yes, my year Juma. And this more you might do a Juma Mudia. I hate them people. Okay, you have gone. Go and die. You remain where you are. It is okay. Nobody have nothing to do with you. But one must see your mom for the Fred Juma because a Juma swa. Ye more dear, no more jack. Yeah, mom for the until one and I was saying Campam no Fred Juma and money powerful from a show.
It's around the point in the saying.
Not to say, one he who come for equity must to come with a clean heart. Say, oh, per se, your ratio for more be a near Jumani being ya. Say, you were the money powerful for a show, well, or side that and funny personal because said in Quebec to me in Papa Dino. Sana who see wadi or some fan sana nipa from America kra na yen chemfa. I want to go to the second.
If you have a miss on the question about
your time, no, your time.
And can be bisan. Wabo media kasim bin can be bisan question.
Osim kafanisa, you free man, no fanisa. I think that's
the me country we say me fanisa. Eti sa asem na ye inconsequential, Mr.
Obviously, my men come as you can also talk.
And then my men come as you can't call my name and misquote me. Me say party the mean come biom ti sa asem na obeka na ye inconsequential.
Why can it be inconsequential? Why can it be inconsequential?
Also, money did be mass because
and yes, a man mommy do. Man misquote to me. Man misquote to me. Me can say me person me a party leader. Did I say that here?
You made a mistake.
I've
never
misquoted.
Can say person party leader when they
Mr. Hobbs, no attack a person too much. Let me talk, then later you talk.
Oh, please, Mr. Too much. What do you mean?
Too much. Mr.
Hobbs,
oh, that because I'm not here to attack you. I'm not the sort of person who
and this me correct one who jetum mama me kasa minja kasa da me you don't know.
Me see my men kasa we now
I think the point was about say you are fixated on them on any party MPP.
Na omo kasa te NDC no NDC for omo one say omo kasa te
politics no be aya
agenda. Allow me to also do my politics.
There be politics I want
me woman na meja intidien etimi me kasa
the personal attack politics are by ideas, different manner of seeing the things, and your personal and
by me attack you personal who now be attack me personal.
Mr. Hobson, I'm talking
about
friend Orlando point. Make your
don't be distracted.
Mama, command him. Second thing I want to say is some people call themselves NPP supporters or party members. Now, social media platforms are such a public domain, right? Now, especially those people are people name what actually happened in this world during COVID. Now, they don't know nothing about what has happened to the global economy from 2020 to 2023. It shocks me. It actually shocks me because I don't know. Either they do work and home, they don't know nothing what is happening, or I don't know because you will be out here, now really you live life in Europe and you know what is going on now. You actually understand the consequences of what they call COVID and Ukraine war. It is all better now. Nobody catch them and say dollar block also because of the incompetency of Bawumia. I don't understand. Because you inquire for the first time in the history of this world. Dollar to me euro console. Euro no all the European countries in the EU, they are the biggest, richest, the most richest countries in the world. But dollar was able to overcome them. Now see one who signed him away. One who so was supermarket. You see and todo do here. Ye pen at the mouth. Now better no catch them say Bawumia incompetency. And I'm one.
Also how long? How long?
Look at
what I think Ralph, a valid point and I will make it Ras, I think a valid point. See, a global economy in a man near my yes, I never Bawumia incompetency.
Also how long?
I say never Bawumia competency. Ibrahim, good evening. Oh no, Ibrahim, Chairman, Nana Kofi Mrewansa, Nana.
Yeah. Oh, good evening, Steffi.
Good evening. Oh, good.
Your friend is well. I don't know, like what is going on in NPP. It's not something new. When you have a party or more area, definitely there will be banter because everybody wants to be your friend is saying, like their current way. May I just wanted to ask about their last week candidate, that is Dr. Bawumia. For me personally, is NPP looking at the statistics? If you look at the statistics from the 2024 and then the elections and then the results, I mean, the statistics were not in his favor. To me, he is the most weakest candidate the NPP has ever filled since 1992. Exactly. Exactly. The weakest. If you look at the statistics, it's there.
And the reasons are.
The statistics are there. So I don't understand why even the NPP hierarchy or even fine. He's got supporters. That's fine. But the establishment at that time, no, didn't they see the statistics? You see, science doesn't fail. The facts were there. Do you understand? This man was an incumbent candidate, an incumbent candidate who lost miserably. I mean, for now, it's like 41.7. But even if the final tally of the EC is done, he will get below 40. That was about 38 point something. The statistics were there. I mean, we talked about, the North, because the NPP portrayed him as a candidate for the North, for the Zongo, for the Muslims, for whatever. But if you look at the statistics, even in 2020, Akufo-Addo even did better. Akufo-Addo did better than he did. I remember those times. How Yakubu Ogede was an NPP candidate, but she won in NPP Boku Central. Do you understand? So if you look at the statistics, obviously for me, Dr. Bawumia is the weakest presidential candidate the NPP has ever filled. The statistics are there. NPP should choose a candidate that not for NPP, but for Ghana. Do you understand? For 2028. But because, you see, and the way NDC are performing, it will be very, very difficult, even for NPP to fill the candidate that even the Ghanaians love. Because we know, the statistics know that Ghana, we have more or less like a two-party state. NPP will have their 40%, NDC will have their 40%. It is the neutrals. It is the neutrals that shift the goalpost.
The elections. Nana.
It is the neutrals that shift and the neutrals, they have to think about a candidate that the neutrals would like to vote for.
Okay.
And that Nana, candidate, is it Dr. Bawumia, or is it Bryan Acheampong, or is it Kennedy Acheampong? That is what they should look at.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Nana, I mean, I see baby. Now homework to MPP. Some Obeya. Ibrahim Pacho, good evening.
Good evening, Obafia. Pacho the same.
Adumara Kwampacho ain't you.
Where did they come match here or baby for a more line so no one can answer Juma Papa or Yama Ghana Mai. Some now them say Ghana Mai Danny Day every Wednesday. Obeja the Oye Biana, what Nancy say, Yentre ya dream, the great show are Oye, we are safe and Nabia. My boy Abaso. If you are, let's let me and so NPP for say, this time in your time, I also say, blame game. Say, you can't say blame game. Not say, we echo convenient. You better than a when support our support will be. So, to Mr. We are say, you enjoy blame game or not, Siciano. You share prime fat, first party, no bad thing. Party no here, the whole face NDC, 2028 election. So, if you are often any pabakwa, Yananko for Ekasa, Etiana, Yana, a hammy baby. Nientina Mecanisa. Me, I said often, MPP man this time and come pay. Why? Because meaning Hobson a Juma Wayama MPP, and a meaning a Brawa Brahma MPP. What does the Mikaisa 2014 not Austin or Kromo? Na a buy saying, or see, time I was so called Ghana, no Kokoye, a Juma Emma MPP. I'm can say, what? A Juma we any Sika Unyanwa Hay. A dear Bium or Sidabi.
And that's just why more American or Johnny in our
or Johnny in our me, I'm driving to the airport. A Juma no yan is Cano Yano. Me cry me a citizen, Cranemy says Cano. Neticano, hosting 8 years, I Jumano 2 years per. Or what me is if you're easily gone because me to make a Juan Ewaha. So ɔgya wɔ yi na etu ne ho si hɔ ɛkɔtena Ghana ɛyɛ adwuma ɛma party no ɛde ba power na yɛde biribi kakra bi ma na obi nso abɛgye saa adwuma no agya ama ne yere apa
ni nyina ka ho na ya wo na ba ne say wa struggle for the party no no more you nation change
sabi ye nipa o sabi nipa na ɔgye ma ne yere that time no na ne yere ɔwɔ hefa ne yere ɔyɛ campaign bi. Let's take the fact. So, to make fair, me and say, me enjoy playing game. No, we've seen. Mr. Strategy say, "Fla to me, my dream. So, future we join the party. We need to back home. Join the party back to NPP. I mean, Ibrahim, I mean, the Master we say, NPP go back. NPP also like a see back home. We ye inara mele swa. Yanko Ghana, yanko Tuaba. Nefentia NDC na NPP Embra Power 2029 inshallah. If you're ready to meet me, I will show me Biara Miniana. Ibrahim, if I say
Osman.
Yeah. With us, Wakasapa. If you're only in position, in position, our NPP in America, others here, we put a good position, our America.
Osman, wait, Ibrahim, MPP for be on New York. Who do one more? No, I didn't go for you. Oh, yeah, very popular in New York.
Nah, I didn't go with it because my auntie is not there.
Oh, yeah, very popular in New York. Or driving soon, oh, baby, Ibrahim, I mean, no, I see baby, but Michael, we will point out how we make it.
Yeah, Steve, you're sorry now. I mean, you're coughing. Eba Steve, I am coughing. No more cancer. Oh, asima se wa bre party mu wa bre. Because amu say amu nya police no mu di there no. All the catch say their party yama eni ana. Akona ka say obsa bre. Obso be nya police no. Jodi dan odi wo no. Obsa be ka kire say dem mi so me nya free party mu na ana.
Debi na tin ko bre no konya den.
Ah, so what bre so di there. That's what di there. Say man the position. Yama the position of party no.
Inti how
oh, e fa wo be. Obi wa bre ba wa na come asem na nka wa anya bi. Obi wa bre party no. Come one city po wa anya bi wa party no. Na wo ya ma position po o see odon tin no buefu.
Ya bo na sumo okumase ni nyina no wo ka uni wo ya we.
Sister Fia, mami ka be to. Sister Fia, mami come point so. Me, sister Fia be me free. Me Acheampong boy you. Okay. Kele Japan, me na ye juma da o. Ye group na ye date na fair Great Lions. Me ka kire we ne. Me Michael. Bisa wa so Acheampong, ye be ka kire me dada. Come here chicken that post a treason no. Ye group, ye fair Great Lions. Na ye ko hambusi ni fie, ni costos, ni fie come to 12. Me na me take the poor, ni sitting room, and any kasa 101. I am me be kasa me be. Only be party mu. Then enya free mu. But then Lord call me. No organizer. Lord come no organizer. Lord call me mu. Only be party mu. Then enya here. Oh, then enya here. Ya ko Cape Coast. Na ma benya do. Ya ko nya accident. Nya me penka ye wuye. Nya me pe na party no hunti.
Yo.
What you say?
Yo, matter.
Sister Fia, mami come as me so sha. Master, mami family point ni bi. Master, NPP for no. Dey be here kasa etia Bawumia no. Eya me tell me say so nkofo I dey NPP, I'm NPP for. I'm NPP for. I keep asking myself question. Are they NPP people? But when the body in sense what crazy first time I will lose and the body away. And come on, come continue NPP Nimbium, come on, continue NDC and Nimbium. Mama, you're the vice president, or president. Acquire Saba, say if to Saba, Olusu 2 times, and then Nakofado. And this is for protecting Saturday by Biom, and baby near Miboa. Say for Miboa.
Okay. Yo.
So I didn't say yes, NPP for yeah, I deal with like I'm missing a Kalimpo. Why? But Bawumia Korea 2 times and Akufado. Enough. This is enough my on the Yankasa. This is enough my.
I think they Gushegu.
This is enough my.
Yeah, because of him.
This is on the young. So the potential when it comes to notness, they are not for NPP. Not that's for NDC. Not that's for NDC. They're not for NPP. Guy big Jawa Sam or Muslim Nepal or Jama Sam or NPP. Amuka Jenny say,
I'm only party no. But party or don't even try about manu. But then and this is a strong goal for and this is strong goal in Ashama. But I know when you power Ashama pa. But a Muslim no or Jama MPP. The question is part of a condom to try about manu. Most of what now try about to my NDC.
Okay.
The Zongos are not for MPP. Zongos are for NDC. And that is make me one by myself or your MPP. I don't see by myself Muslim. So MPP no but job my oh yeah MP no call you so can you be me Bawumia.
Okay. Yo.
Hey Michael, what call you so be me Bawumia. Yeah sir.
Yo. Michael Simobi and blame me Bawumia. Bawumia cannot be the reason why. Good evening.
Sister, if you're good evening. Good evening. You can say action. Me pacho bebre. Me ni anom MPP for. I speak to all of you. Me pacho. We are giving NDC ammunitions to use against us. We are giving them ammunitions to use against us. Yenshia adie being free. Ye papa is saying ketia honom. You're never going to hear these things coming out. You say yenshia adie is saying ketia or you're seasoned politician. We are being free the honor. See, you're free the what and say she. We are baking ourselves, fighting ourselves, trying to talk all this about ourselves right in public. No, yes, we being free as to me, when we look at advertising, I think it's Bawumia. The rest of the candidates they will struggle, and anybody can bet me they will struggle. If we bring any new candidate, they will struggle. In advertising, the people do not synchronize with independent. I dream be brain about me. All the things yeah, homework well. We did something wrong. Let's go and fix it and bring him back. Sister, if you're manuals,
Yo, mama now I see baby wafa. Any comment I also make it. But mama canonim. You ever found next week? Producer so be shame pa because time now soon na me real time. Inti me pa mo chow. Musa, Adani Musa ne your friends na bampa chow. Next week we will continue this matter because I'm saying by now we'll be alcohol filing nominations. No, I feel any bre aba game ni mo bi na say I think I be rating it. How ni nyina beko. Osman Pacho my final thoughts any hopes in next week so. Pacho 30 seconds me Pacho nyasa producer do be caption.
But as we brave, Mr. Sir, me feedback be brave. And I believe sir feedback in the brain now not a very emotional issue, sir. The party for any be I express it. Me JD sir, we should not also be in the haste to blame certain causes. This is the fear. Me just one example. Emra na papa Alan Chamantin, Minister for Trade now. Me Obia, I've worked with Professor Jamba for me minister. So I had that relationship very well with in the office. So I went to the office to discuss a matter with him. One of the 8 they were denying people access to Alan Chamantin as at that time. This is the fear. They were denying people access to the man. It's a more creating more downfall. How many we na se party for to man no na se na better than same brain. Mess party for ni be. A lot of issues happened. A party for him. And I'm saying this today for the first time. And this 8 we share platforms be brain. My cousin in him that. So who any one can support to Alan on the first primary not call and it's fear. So sometimes politicians need to so no and now the cause of more defeat within the NPP. They the masterminding against them. They did this and more in discussions. Okay. And finally, the new patriotic party for more and that's the beauty of the new patriotic party. Obi abetche na adwen mepewe nemo mesere kasefin se yebekase se enye we dia ye nye campaign ma we ya emmoa ye campaign na ye ni na emmoa ye party ni kan kotime mesere mo menye campaign no honte ye tu wie na se Bryan Acheampong no benya o eye Kennedy Japan no benya o Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia no benya o ye nyine betai na chine aboa na edna 2028 na me de minyaaya enka party for do no nye den enka yen ho na ye ntoma Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia no maybe a party to be na 2028 that's
very well my hopes in Pacho
me pese MPP for na tie ye nyina agent asese obia di to me e wo me so oba be kire me party kura meti makana se oni party kura meti me kana se ye bullshit mo muti ho
Are you using that language on air?
Nyabutre,
On air?
nyabutre.
No,
Nyabutre.
on air. Swear
Na,
word.
Evia, adena woman I say word na me use bullshit in a year.
Because you use on air. You use on air.
Okay, Matria sign.
Okay, thank you.
Just say it doesn't make sense. It's total nonsense to tell me, say, Mabin can NPP. Then they should cease to be a political party in Ghana. Once you are a political party in Ghana, I have every right to talk about it. In fact, my listed the result from 1992 to 2024.
Yeah, Monday.
Maybe boss wama omo hu say ade na omo ka no na ho no mo trasa so ho ne no. But me amiti me hope ya muhumi tantantan. I have a vote. My wife has a vote. My 2 kids have a vote. I have 4. Me nuanom omo depending on me. They are there. Me yire ne nuanom ne ne namfofo omo depending on her. They are there. Winning elections, you need 50% plus 1. And that plus 1 no, is me. Now, omubohu senior nyama besi akwafa. So on the me atemo omudi mi nyina no. Omu ya no ma screenshot to na me paligu ho. 2028 me wo so no se bede no na me dia ma omu. So on the eti
Monday list and we'll go through it on Monday.
Me ebe kanyina ne se omu na enya omu asem. Said your mo person omu ye bibia no omu nye. Last week ana yi political ADV na one man ni nyina we Efriva. When you how many times are people are called Bawumia office or Munyano? Do you know that?
Okay. I was somewhere now when I want to send them joining. Hope see I don't have shaky tables. Or be shaky tables I'm on but that's all part of politics. Osman said that's a fad Osman Bawumia communication team no and I honorable Bryan Acheampong team so kasa bene you take away but we'll continue on Yakupon Yadoma next week all for the primaries but in Tokwanomra form because NPP Namaka you they do yourself and this is taking notes into Moko Nama Winia Mala Africa Mpacho next week why Mpacho pa thank you so much to me joining ABIFA will be and Yakupon Yadma next week Ebisha me Vim lady as a dance production team no Mr. Kojo David and a DLP Dibedi Akonio Munina. Thank you so much. A High Life Radio, King's Jersey Radio, NASPA Radio, and a Adafupa Media, Migachu FM. So, Selmo, PK Mobia, so, ete de so. Thank you so much and good night. Good night.